What is up, my YouTube friends? Good evening. I hope everybody is having an absolutely awesome night. I know I'm doing the best I can to have an awesome night. Let's put this form in here so that you guys can ask your live streaming questions. There is a link to it. I'm sure the logician will put it in there and all that kind of stuff. And the only thing left to do then is to actually turn the form on. So you can go ahead and ask your questions. For those of you who are not familiar with the format of my live stream, it's pretty simple. If you have a question that concerns live streaming that is not specific to your hardware, in other words, I don't want to know I have a i7 core with 37 cores and whatever GPU you have, and how comes this doesn't work? Because I can't tell you that. I don't have your equipment. However, if you have a question about troubleshooting your problem or something like that, we can certainly answer that. So go ahead and click the link and check out that. Let me see. It says you can't get to the link. Well, let's see here. Try again. Try again. I want a 30. Yes, I do too. I want a 37 core i5. But you know, beggars can't be choosy. So I had to get whatever I could get. Oh man. So you guys are awesome. I hope you're having a good night. Let me know where you're from, because that's always the fun part of the live stream, is for us to find out where everyone is from. I also like to take care of a little bit of business, but I should probably do this first. Yes. I'm going to open that thing up. I love that one. It never gets old. It really doesn't. Big thanks to the logician for that one. It is totally epic. You know what I'm saying? Totally epic. So if you're interested in joining the streamer squad, you can see a bunch of our members are in the chat. The logician and some other folks that I saw were chatting earlier, I believe. But you're welcome to do that as well. It is part of our membership program, which you can click the links down below to join. There are 2 different open slots right now. You have the super supporter, which is just folks who want to, contribute to the channel and help me to continue to make content that helps you guys. And there is the streamer squad, which are folks that are get access to the Discord server so that you could talk to me and all of the other amazing people on the Discord server for questions and all that kind of stuff. Yes, and please do hit that like button. That is really appreciated. It does help YouTube to find ways to push this stream to a wider audience, and that definitely helps. So we've got a couple of questions. Hopefully, we'll see. But I'm going to go over here to the mock question cam. We'll see how she's doing tonight. And we have people from Qatar and London, India. Man, there's a lot of Texas. There we go. Man, look at that. Unbelievable. How are you doing tonight, honey?
Hey, I'm doing good.
Folks from New York. Sweet. I picked my butt is in the house, so that's always good. Winter Storm Lord. We played Lost Ark with Winter Storm Lord on Twitch the other day. If you guys are interested in joining me on Twitch, the logician will pop the link in there. You could check it out. I stream on Tuesdays and Thursdays. 8 o'clock on Tuesdays, that's Eastern Standard Time, the only legitimate time zone. And then 6 o'clock on Thursdays, because I have to be done by 8 o'clock, because that's when BattleBots is on. But other than that, we're ready to rock. So how are you doing tonight, honey?
I'm doing okay tonight. It wasn't as much of a mad rush trying to get on stream tonight, so
no,
everything should be good.
We were like almost prepared. We were like almost prepared. And the logician just dropped the link to the Twitch channel. And obviously he also dropped the link to the question form. The reason why we do the question form, I know people just want to ask their questions in the chat. I want to make sure that I get to every single person's question in the order they were asked. The best way to do that is to have a form where you can go fill out your question. We get to them in order and all that good stuff. And that's why Monica's here. She's here to make sure we get to all the questions. So let's do this, babe.
Okay, so you're ready to get started.
I'm ready. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
I bet you SpongeBob's ready too, but you know, maybe he's not. Who knows?
Maybe not. Maybe not.
I don't know, man. It's been a frazzling day, so we're just gonna take it one question at a time, you know?
Yeah, we're gonna
Yeah.
chill. We're gonna chill out.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
We're definitely gonna try.
yeah.
Oh man. All right. Well
Okay,
then I guess let's do this.
let's do the first question. The first question comes from Drink with Rick.
Well, hello, Drink with Rick.
And Drink with Rick says, I need to create end credits for my weekly wine stream that flash on and off like at the end of a TV show. Not scrolling, just flashing. I tried the text slideshow plugin, but it's limited to all text lines, the same font size instead of a smaller size for the job title and larger size for the cast or crew names. I use OBS Studio and need a plugin or extension or something I can use natively on my local machine. I've searched the OBS forums with no results. Surely there's something out there that isn't web-based or requires a Streamlabs solution?
Well, let's see here. So, you may not actually like the answer, but the answer is probably assuming that the people that appear on your stream are the same every week. I know in my case they are. Monica appears, and then usually Michael appears. So the people that are on my stream every week, if I wanted to do an ending credits, I could easily get away with doing that. The problem that there's a couple of possible solutions. The source switcher works okay, but only really if you put it in random and it rotates. It doesn't really do what it says it's supposed to do yet. I was actually going to do a video on the source switcher, and it worked so erratically that I just said, you know what, this is not something I want to promote, so I didn't do it. But the source switcher might work because basically it'll just rotate sources. But the best solution probably for you would be to just download DaVinci Resolve, do your ending credits in an image file, or save them out as an image file or a PNG. You could even do it with Pixlr or something like that. In other words, create a 1920 by 1080 image, put each of the names on the image, and then rotate the source, which would work. Or there are other solutions to that. You could do like a scene swisher, or you can have other applications that will rotate the names on the screen, stuff like that. I'm trying to think of any one specifically that really works. Some of them do, some of them don't. What I would probably do is I would go into like probably Pixlr or Photoshop, create the images of the names, and then I'd go into something like DaVinci Resolve or Premiere, and I would just put the names on the screen and then have it fade out, and put the next name on the screen, have it fade out. I'd create a video file of that, and then I would just export the video file, and at the end of my screen I would switch to a different scene where that video file would run over top of it. Or you could put it in any scene and just click the little eyeball and have it run, and then your credits will run that way. But that's the easiest way to accomplish what you're trying to do, I think, and be able to have it look animated and professional and stuff like that. I'm not aware of any plugin that's going to give you the kind of results you're probably looking for. So, I don't know. Hopefully that helps you out. The best thing to do is to create the file and then make a video of it. What's up?
It's a Drink with Rick, so he just put a comment in there.
Oh, okay. I thought about using a video editor to create the video file. I just figured there might be some kind of CG type thing that would do it. I don't. The only thing I can think of would be to create the individual files in PNG format, and then use something like the source switcher to do it. But like I said, I tried to use the source switcher. I couldn't get it to start at the beginning of the list and go all the way down unless you click loop, and it was just a stupid pain in the butt, and it didn't work right. So that would have been my first suggestion if it had actually worked as they say it's supposed to work, but it didn't. So the only other solution in that case is to go ahead and just, you know, make it into a video, which really wouldn't take very long. And especially if it's the same people on there every week, you can do a whole heck of a lot more with it, with sliding text and cool little graphics and things like that. So, all right, babe, let's get to it.
I'm looking at the chat. I'm sorry, I didn't realize I was actually on screen, so I'm
Oh, sorry
sorry
about that.
for the RBF here. But we I'm seeing something from Kenichi
Yeah,
saying it's how to add live chat leaderboard in live stream. It appears he's having a problem. He or she, I'm sorry,
yeah.
uh, is having a problem and asked the question. Wants to know if um, you can answer that question.
Oh, why? He can't ask it on the forum?
He
Is that what's
says he
going on?
can't turn his computer on, so he can't. He's on his mobile,
Oh, well,
and he can't get to the
the forum works on the mobile, but what was the question?
leaderboards. Hold on, I gotta find it again. Sorry.
Oh,
Uh,
wait, live chat on leaderboard
yeah, sorry.
in a live stream. Um, yeah, so you could probably do it. Let me go over here. So you would basically have to have something that's reading the chat to take the leaderboard, or a program that references the chat as some sort of leaderboard, which would have to create a question. Oh, you put the question in for him? All right. So the logician put the question in there, hon. So you're going to probably have to just skip that one when we find it. Um, so so what you have to probably have is something that goes to a text file, and then OBS can do text file stuff. Let's see. I'm gonna go over here to my tutorial screen. So if I went in here and I wanted to add a text thing to this, I would just do it as let's see, a GDI text here, and what we can do is you can see I can type the text in and bring it up, but what I can also do is I can have it read text from a file. So if your leaderboard prints to a text file that updates on a relatively constant basis, you can have OBS read from that text file and put your stuff up there. And that's probably the easiest way to do it. There probably, I wouldn't be surprised at all if there is some kind of plugin or application out there. I've never used a leaderboard or anything like that from a text perspective, so I don't know what kind of data you're trying to have shown or how a leaderboard would work for text or for the chat. But I'm guessing that if you can do a leaderboard for your, or if you can get points for doing something in the chat, then I'm guessing that that application probably also has a way to display that. So in other words, let me show you what I mean. If I go into, if I go over here, and that's not where I'm going. If I go into here, and this has my stream activity, right? What if this was a leaderboard? Because I'm sure that it's posted on some website. Well, I can have this leaderboard displayed if I wanted to, just by, let's see, let's go back into my OBS here. So let's say I wanted to have that leaderboard displayed. In this case, it would be a window capture. So I'm going to just go ahead and capture the window. And there we go. It automatically comes up. But you could select what window it is right here. And all I have to do really is just crop up the part of the window that I want to show. So let's say this is the leaderboard that's shown on whatever website you're using to keep track of this stuff. And there we go. So now we have, you know, a leaderboard or whatever else you want to capture. I can put it anywhere I want. So I could go in here and I can add my camera, and it could just be a part of the scene. So you don't have to do anything particularly fancy with it. You can basically just capture it from whatever website is aggregating the information that you're looking for. And then obviously it has to be below there. And there we go. So then we would have that on there. Hopefully that makes sense. That would be the easiest way to do it. If there is a physical leadership of something, it has to be posted somewhere on some website. Just capture that website and trim it down to look the way you want. All right, let's get another question.
Okay.
How's the question thing going so far, Pumpkin?
Questions are good. Questions are good. And I'm just
All right.
stating right now that I am backing away from the chat. The Logician and Aussie Wheels are all over this stuff. So instead of me putting my fingers in there, I'm just going to let them take care of it. So I'm just going to ask the questions, which is my job.
Yeah, do your job. Just do your job, woman.
Doing my job. Nothing over and above, just doing my job. Okay. Okay. All right. Next question comes from Kurt Terpstra.
Hello, Kurt.
Kurt asks, what do I need to do to have OBS feed a Zoom or Teams call?
So he wants to display the Teams and Zoom in OBS, or he wants to display OBS and Teams, because there's a big difference.
Just doing my job. The question is, what do I need to do to have OBS feed a Zoom or Teams call? So I don't know. He can probably answer you in the chat.
All right. So for me, I've done a couple of videos on this, on how to get OBS broadcast information into Zoom and Teams. Let's see here. I know my guys have their OBS and what? Yep. I just did OBS to Teams a couple of weeks ago, so let me put this. Let me put this in here. This would be OBS to Teams. And there we go. And let me see. I have Zoom ones too, so let me just get you a Zoom one. Here it is. And we'll get you that real quick. And this will be OBS to Zoom. Boom. And there you go. Hopefully that will help you out. It's a heck of a lot easier to just follow along with that video than it will be for me to explain how it's done here. Just be aware, especially with Zoom, sometimes the input from OBS can be a little bit wonky, and if you have a machine that isn't particularly high-end, well, it can struggle. It can struggle a bit, so just keep that in mind, but it does work, and it works pretty well sometimes. Let's get another question.
Okay. Next question is from Art by Kim Englund.
Well, hello, Art by Kim Englund.
And she's asking, what is that polypop on your screen?
What is that polypop? Well, that's a fun question.
Mm-hmm.
So let's see if I can actually show her or him. What was the name?
Art by Kim Englund. So I'm thinking she does art.
So Kim might be the name. All right. Well, Kim, I'm going to... and you know what? You can't assume Kim is a she these days anyway. So I'm going to go over here into my tutorial screen. This is OBS, okay? OBS produces or gives you the opportunity to produce... well, you can produce video content by recording your screen. You can do all kinds of fun stuff with OBS. It's the basis for my channel for live streaming. But right now, there's actually an alternative. It's called Polypop. And I'm going to open this puppy up for you. And essentially what Polypop allows you to do is the same kind of stuff that you can do in OBS. But the fun part is, as you can see here, we've got a little bit of a, a little bit of a different look to it. You can do stuff in 3D. So for example, let me show you this. I can put my chat right here. Oh, that's not what I'm looking for. There it goes. Boom. So I can put my chat in there. I've got a little video in here. I've got my camera in here. All of that stuff works pretty well. You can see we put animations on it. And then we can go over here to the scene. And you guys can see that Monica's up here using on the melon screen. And I got little cameras that rotate. So this is Polypop. Essentially, Polypop can do a lot of the same things that OBS can do. It's just a little less mature. So in other words, there are lots of things that Polypop can do that OBS cannot do. But there is also a massive number of things that aren't fully vetted yet. Like, for instance, I have a video file going in here for it's playing a video of The Witcher. That's great, but I have no way to actually control the audio from that. Whereas in OBS, that's not a problem at all. Now, it looks really cool because it's all 3D. You can see the chat. Everything looks cool. But there are just little things that it hasn't quite matured enough yet to be complete. You can also directly add alerts and that sort of stuff right into Polypop, which you can't do in OBS just yet. Actually, I believe in my description, I'm not totally certain, so I better actually check just to make sure. But I believe in my description below on this video, I put a link. There should be a link to Polypop in there because they actually, yeah, there's a link in there right here, Polypop Live. If you want to check it out, please do. It's basically an OBS alternative, but let me show you something else that's really cool. It might be an OBS alternative, but it's not just an OBS alternative. So I can turn on the virtual camera right here, right? So now we see all of this stuff in Polypop. But what I can do is I can go over here into OBS, and I can create a new scene, and then I can go ahead and add a camera. So this allows you to do all that 3D stuff that I do in Polypop right here in OBS. So I can grab that. Another really cool thing that it allows you to do. So now I have all the stuff in Polypop that I have in OBS. I can switch scenes here. And if I go back into OBS, you can obviously see the scenes have changed. But let me show you another really cool thing that I can do. So let's add another scene here. And what I'm going to do is click the plus here. And we're going to add a 3D object. We're going to add some 3D text. And let's just, well, it doesn't really matter. I don't have to change it up. I don't like the font though. We have to change the font. We're going with that. All right, so now we've got some 3D text. We'll give it a little more depth. We want it popping out at us. You know what I mean? And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to click mod here. We're going to mod this up so that it does a spin. There we go. Look at that. Oh yeah, I don't think we need quite that much depth on there. I think less depth. Less depth is good. There we go. And that gives us a pretty cool little spin. And now what I can do is I can add a timer to the spin. So we'll click the plus here and we'll put a repeating alert in here. And then we just drag the repeating alert to the spin. And so now it's going to spin every second, which is not what we want. We want it to be a little longer. And we can make the randomness like this. Okay, so now we have this screen right here, right? So if I go over here into OBS, we have that screen. But that's not really what I want to do. I want to put that in here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the video capture device. I believe it's video capture device 2. And it comes up like that. But if I right click on it and I go into properties and I set this up so it is a custom device, and then I set it up so it has the proper resolution, I can go right here where it says video format and I can go BRGA and boom. Now that text is totally see-through. I can place it anywhere on my screen. So this is how you can create a scene in OBS and add Polypop elements to that scene in 3D. So you can use Polypop completely separate and live stream it, or you can add the elements of Polypop to your scene. It's pretty cool. So I'm really glad that someone actually asked about it, because that is fantastic. Hopefully that answers your question and gets you excited about the possibility of trying out Polypop, seeing what it's all about. I've got a lot of video content coming about using Polypop on its own and also using Polypop in conjunction with stuff like this. I also have a couple of videos already out there, so let me post one in there so that if you wanted to learn more about Polypop, you can go do that, you know, whenever you leave this video. Hopefully it'll be in a couple hours, but if you decided to go and check it out, you're welcome to. This is one, I think. Yeah, this one is the one I did about alerts. So this gives you a little bit more information about Polypop and its alert system. And I have another video out there too on Polypop. I just don't remember. I think it's about oh, here it is. Animated 3D text. So this kind of shows you how to do the animated 3D text like I just did. So this is another one. And boom. There you go. So hopefully that helps you out. Let's get another question. I let that one run pretty long, honey. Sorry about that.
Mm-hmm. Yep, that's fine. That's fine. We're just gonna keep on chugging. Okay, next one comes from South Bay Creations. They are asking, are you going to do more videos on Mac?
Yes, I have a series of Mac videos coming up. Let's go over here. I have a series of Mac videos coming out. I got myself an M1 Mac, so there's going to be some content on that. Just like the M1 Mac video that I just released not too long ago showing how to add desktop audio to your Mac. There is going to be a whole bunch of other stuff out there. So keep watching. In fact, I did a video not too long ago. I know a lot of you guys like the mask tools that I use. If we go over here, you can see this mask right here on the smaller camera. I did a video on how to do that on PC, but people who tried it on a Mac couldn't get it to work or had problems with it. I redid both those videos, and they're going to be coming out within the next month or so that show you how to do this, and also that show you how to do this one that's on my main screen with the clouds around it. How to do that on Mac as well. So that's coming out very soon. Thank you. Logician just dropped that animated mask video for those of you who use a PC and want to find out how this is done, or how this is done. This little circular one. But I have a Mac version coming out for that too. There's like no info on a Mac. Yeah, South Bay. I think I'm about the only one who uses it or has ever done any real tutorials on how to do Mac. So we're going to start to kick off a lot more of that content now that I have a Mac that might or might not be capable of streaming in the M1 Mac. I have a video on that on whether it's a good streaming platform or not coming out soon. So stay tuned. All right, babe, what you got?
Okay. Okay, I have a question here from King Marth 64.
Hello, King Marth.
And I don't know if you'll be able to answer it, but I wanted to give it a shot. His question says his birthday is tomorrow, so happy
birthday.
And he wanted
I don't think he wants us to sing. That didn't go well last week.
No, it went horribly wrong. No,
It did.
We're not doing that again. So we will just say happy birthday.
We will. We will. Oh, man.
Well, he wanted to do a birthday stream to play random games, but his question is, do people come to birthday streams to say happy birthday in the chat? And also, what do people usually do when they come to a birthday stream?
Huh. Well, this is like a fascinating question. Okay, so I've never actually, I don't remember doing a birthday stream. I usually try to keep those secret because, you know, when you turn 30, you know, after that, who cares? Who really wants to keep count? So, but event live streams of any sort, you know, so, oh my. Yeah. Raydu OP super chatted. Well, thank you so much. It says, thanks for everything you are doing with a big red heart. Radu OP, I know I'm pronouncing that horribly wrong, but I really appreciate it. Oh man, because it gives me a chance to dance and forget the question that I was just answering, so we get to get the same question again. Oh, birthday stream, that's right. Well, I can answer the birthday stream one while we dance. So, 30. Well, good. Enjoy your last birthday that you'll want to actually celebrate. You know, it's funny. Thank you so much, Radu. I really do appreciate it. We're going to have a philosophical discussion here because I think it's time. All right, so let's just be honest, guys. The only people that celebrate birthdays are people who are 30 and under, and the people who are like 90 and over. So the people who are 30 and under are celebrating another year, and then once you get to be 31, it's like, oh Jesus, I'm in that age. And then people that reach like 90 or 100, then they realize, oh my God, I'm almost 100. And then it's like something, I've lived a long time. Oh my. Radu OP. It's nice to receive super chats. It makes your work appreciated. Oh my gosh, it really, really does. It really does. And you know, so you reach 99 or 100, and that's like something to celebrate, you know? But when you're when you're, you know, in between 30 and 80, it's like, I don't know, am I going to make it another year? Does it even matter? I don't know. Yeah, Monica says you just keep telling people you're 29. That's exactly right. Radu, thank you so much. It really is appreciated.
Oh no! Oh no! Yeah. I wish I could read any of that, but I believe it's Neldim Al Mala. Thank you so much. Thank you, that's awesome. I don't know what Monica's doing down there. She's moving stuff around. Yeah, so, by the way, the music that's provided on this stream tunes, I love it, it's good stuff. It's totally free. If you're looking for music, well, you really can't go wrong. You really can't go wrong. It's totally free. You're never gonna get a copyright strike for it. You can hit it up. And it's streamtunes.com. There's a link down below in the description. And Nadim, thank you so much, man. I really do appreciate it.
All right. So I think, freaky voice. Thank you, Frank. So we were talking again about the actual birthday streams. I've never had a birthday stream. I can't tell you how specific it is to what your audience enjoys. And if you don't have a very small audience, you're not really, I mean, how many more people are you going to get than you would have gotten before? What I will say is that celebration streams do tend to do very well. Anytime I've ever had a stream to celebrate a YouTube milestone, like when I got 100,000 subscribers, or even when I got 1,000 subscribers, people came, they wanted to celebrate with me and congratulate me and all that kind of stuff. So I can tell you right now that there's nothing wrong with trying a birthday stream. It could be fun. Could be a lot of fun. Now, as far as what people actually do on a birthday stream or on a stream like that, you can set up cool segments. I know when we did my live stream for 100,000 subscribers, I did some graphics and some different stuff, and we asked some questions and all that kind of stuff like that. To make it different, to make it unique, to make it fun. So maybe if you wanted to, you could take questions like out of one of your videos that people ask about your content all the time, and you could run down answering those questions on your birthday stream, or just something to make it unique and different. But definitely promoting a birthday stream or a celebration stream, it's always seemed to work pretty well for me. Look at there's Tech Examined. Can't hear the stream. Yeah, he's out watching some hockey. So he's, you know, I don't know how much more exciting that is than this, but you know, you'll have to be the judge of that. Let's get another question. I hope that answers your question, and you know, that might be the longest question of the night, all things considered. And by the way, all of you folks that donated, thank you so much. I really do appreciate it. The super chats are amazing. It's awesome. It's awesome. Thank you. Yes, I agree, John. Messed up priorities. Simplicity says hi, honey.
Hey.
She's a member of the streamer squad.
Hello.
Hanging out with all of us.
Hanging out. I know. Hanging out with us. That's fine. Are you ready for another question there?
I am. I am. I'm wondering where Blue-Eyed Skadee is. Blue-Eyed Skadee was she was gonna come and hang out with us last night on our live stream over on Worst Gamer on Earth, and then nothing. We didn't see her, and I haven't seen her tonight. So hopefully everything's okay. We also
Yeah.
got Aussie Wheels in from the streamer squad. Hello, Aussie Wheels. It's good to see you. Yeah, we are short on thumbs up. It's kind of crazy if you think about it, but all right, let's get to another question, beautiful lady.
Okay.
Maybe they're only thumbs upping when the questions roll.
Maybe. Maybe.
They're not hot on my dancing. I don't know.
Well, you didn't really do a whole lot of dancing, so
No,
you might
I
have
need
to
to
do
step
that
it
more a
up.
little bit later. Yep.
All
Yep.
right.
Step up to dancing. Okay, this next question comes from Beetle Joby.
Well, hello, Beetle Joby.
My recording doesn't look as good when I play more realistic games.
Okay. All right. So when you're talking about, so basically, and let's go over to the tutorial screen so I can show you a little bit about how recording in OBS works. And you could be talking about the recordings in OBS. You could be talking about the recordings that you get, when you download the stuff. I'm not really sure, but I can tell you that there are a couple of things that can affect your recordings in OBS. And when you're talking about realistic games, I assume you're talking about stuff that has a lot of activity going on the screen and, all that kind of stuff. And there are these two settings right here, look ahead and psychovisual tuning, that are things that come integrated into the NVIC recorder. And those two things will help to alleviate some of the problems that you're having. But the only other way to really maximize your, to make it look as lossless as possible is to go ahead and use a constant bit rate, which, by the way, will create a big file and put your bit rate up to 60,000 or go even higher. If you're streaming in 4K, that's way, way, way small. But a lot of people swear by CQP as well. I never use it. This is exactly what I record in. So you see all my videos that show up on my channel, they're all recorded right here in OBS using CBR at 60,000 kilobits per second and all this stuff. Now, granted, my videos are recorded. There's not a lot of activity going on. There's nothing crazy happening and all that kind of stuff. But, if you end up not, dropping stuff in your recordings, then bump up your kilobits per second as long as your machine can handle the throughput and you have the hard drive space to save the files. The higher your bit rate, the happier you're probably going to be with the results. And hopefully that will get you the kind of recordings that you're looking for. Stating the obvious, right? Huh? All right, let's get another question. How are the questions coming along? You doing all right with the form tonight, beautiful?
Doing okay. Yep, they're doing good. They're doing real good.
Awesome.
Okay, so the next question comes from Talk Mew.
Hello, TalkMew.
Can you show individual comments in OBS like you can on StreamYard?
You certainly can. Here's how you would do it. You just think really hard and then boom. If you're streaming in 4K, my first question would be why? Most people are watching on mobile devices and tablets. That's exactly right, the logician. So I know that you're wondering, oh my gosh, how did he do that? Well, it's pretty easy. I've done a couple of videos on it, but let's go over here to the tutorial screen and I'll show you how this works. It is a program called Twidget. And you can see that these all show up here, and all I have to do in order to select the text is select the text, and then it will show up on the screen if I have it in the screen, which right now I don't actually have it in this scene. I did a video on how this works, and the logician will drop the link in there to the video, and it's called Twidget. It is not available on Mac, unfortunately, but it is available on PC. whatever Monica's reading, she obviously has to get really close to the screen for this one. So I can't wait to hear it. I cannot wait to hear this one. There we go. Thank you, the logician. I appreciate it. He's the man. He's doing some yeoman's work today. Ooh, it looks chilly where you are. Oh, guess who's in?
Who?
The real Dr. Rob Allen is in the house. What's up, Dr.
Dr.
Rob?
Rob. Welcome, Dr. Rob. Dr. Rob is in the house.
Good to see you, man.
If that's the real Dr. Rob.
I think it is.
I think it is too.
He's got moderator skills. Here's the more recent version, too. Thank you, the logician. Just posted the more recent version of the Twidget. So you are the man. Thank you.
Okay.
All right, babe. What you got?
Okay, next question comes from Chaz.
Hello, Chaz.
I want to start doing reaction videos with OBS. Do you have any cool tips or ideas or aesthetics for reacting?
Well, that's really cool. Okay, so let me go over here. We're going to go to the tutorial screen. All right, so if you're going to do a reaction video or something like that, I'm assuming you're going to have a mouse that works. There we go. And you'd have your screen somewhere on here. That's not the one. We want this one, I think. Yeah, there we go. And then you would have the video, media source, video. And of course, we have to react to the same video that we always react to. It just wouldn't be right if we didn't. That this video has to make an appearance in every live stream. I think it actually already did make an appearance in this live stream now that I think about it. But it wouldn't be right if it wasn't here. And plus we have our 3D text there just in case. But so let's say we were going to do a reaction to this, and we might actually want to shrink it down just a little bit. Something, oh no. No, that was the wrong shrinkage. You got to be careful with the shrinkage. All right, so we could shrink it down a little bit. Now, what I would probably do personally, you can do reaction videos live. That's fine. That's really cool. But I did a video recently on a very, very cool program called Source Record, where I can go in here. So my video capture device 2 is the text. We don't want that. In fact, I'm going to get rid of that because that's probably confusing people. Now, you know what? I'm going to leave it because it's too cool. Video capture device 1 is my camera, right? So I would right click on there and go into filters, and then we want to just record the source, right? Okay, so we record this source separately while we're live streaming. So we're getting all of my voice and my video in full 1920 by 1080 completely separate, right? And then, and I want to turn that off. I don't want to accidentally record something here because space is a thing on my machine at the moment. But anyway, so that would record the camera, and then what I would do is I would also record the media source at the exact same time in the exact same thing. So you go into filters and you go in here and set it up. Now, the logician is going to drop the link to my source record video that I just did. It'll show you how to set all this stuff up. But so at the end of your stream, you have both of those sources recorded at the same time, totally in sync. So you have all the audio from the video, you have all the audio from you, totally separate so that you can physically create other content based on that reaction video. So it may not go very well live, or maybe something happens or whatever, but now you have it all recorded. So you could put both of those videos in editing software like DaVinci Resolve, edit it together in a more coherent video with some special effects and some goofy things and some overlays and highlights and whatever. And now you got yourself an actual video too. So I haven't seen how reaction videos go personally on a live level, but that's how I would record them if I was going to do it live. Or if I was just going to record it, that's exactly how I would do it. I would put both things on screen like we see here. I would source record both items so they're perfectly in sync when I put them into an editing software, and I would probably record them that way as well. So hopefully that helps you out. And the first video there is the source record. The second video there would also be if you wanted to separate your audio. It's a little bit of a different thing, but it's very, very useful. hopefully that helps you out, answers your questions on that particular style of video. I love that style of video, by the way. It's a lot of fun. Let's go check out another question. What's up, hon?
Hey, I am getting... Okay. Sorry, I was looking at the questions. Okay, I have another question here from King Marth.
Looks like Dave's in the house.
Dave?
Dave's
Hey, Dave.
in the house. What's up,
Dave's in
Dave?
the house.
Yeah, organic gardening in North Carolina in the
Nice.
house.
I wonder what his weather's like, because ours is back to being chilly again.
Well, I don't know why we do this to ourselves.
I know. Okay, so King Marth 64, Matthew Kelly, has another question. It's about getting raiders in his streams. He said, I did a video showing welcome raiders. Know that you can copy the link of the host's channel and say the raiders' names that are involved in the chat. Are there other things I should do or say about the raiders when they come to the stream?
So this is another... Yeah, let's go over here for a second. So this is one of those Twitch things that I don't have a lot of experience on. I've seen this sort of thing work in the past, and I kind of have an idea of how it works. And really the best you can do is just say hi to the new people in your stream and all that kind of stuff when the raiders come in. But I think what you've already done, you kind of set up some nifty way to recognize them, and that's probably good enough. I mean, it's not like it saves the raiders' names to a text file so that you could somehow manage to, you know, announce those names on screen in a cool way. That would be fun. But, yeah, there you go. Unfortunately, I don't know. I haven't had the personal experience to be able to really say much about that. So, that kind of sucks. I know, Matthew. Unfortunately, I don't have all the answers in every way. So... sorry about that. Let's go get another question.
Okay, this comes
Oh yeah,
from...
Matthew says YouTube streamers do that as well. I've seen it happen a couple of times, but it's not quite as official as what it usually is on Twitch. So, there you go.
Okay, I have another question. Are you ready then for the next question?
I'm ready, Pumpkin.
Okay. I actually have another question from Matthew. He says, for my third and last question, how do I show the latest YouTube subscriber and YouTube subscriber count on OBS?
All right. Well, that's pretty easy. If you see, I've got them up here. So I've got my latest subscriber, and it'll go off with an alert. The alert system that I use, the alert system that I physically use right now, if I can find the right page over here, I'll switch over to it, is Stream Elements. So let me go, let me just pop into my overlays over here just so I can make sure it's going to work before I get over there. All right. So right here is my overlay system. You can see that if I can actually test some overlays and stuff like that. But you would just add a... you're not going to be using the alert box or the Santa Claus thing. You would be using labels. So stream labels, subscribers, tips, super chats, sponsors, that sort of stuff. So when I go into labels, I could go into my latest subscriber, and I can add the latest subscriber, and you can see it adds a little box here. So when I get a new subscriber, it's going to come up there. This is what I use. Matthew, the Logician is going to put a link into the chat for some videos that I've done on how to do stream labels. I just did a video on stream labels using Stream Elements not too long ago, actually. And there is also one other way to do a lot of those alerts. Let me show you the other way. We could do those alerts in Polypop. So I have this connected to my YouTube account. So if I click plus in Polypop, I can do YouTube alerts, right? So new subscriber. We already have the 3D text over here, so I just drag new subscriber over here to the text, and boom. So now that's gonna, the next time that someone subscribes to my channel, that's gonna be the new subscriber. And we can test it. It just changes like that. So that's another way to do stream labels if you wanted to do them in 3D. And I'm sure at some point we will get a subscriber and you will actually see that that actually works. Let's see here. If I go back over here. So now when we get a new subscriber, that's going to show up there. So Polypop has its own stream labels as well. I did a video on that not too long ago, I think a couple of weeks ago. If you're interested in using Polypop's 3D text as your label system. The only thing you can't really do in the Polypop text stuff is the 3D labels for what is it? I don't remember. There is one that you can't use. Oh, donations, because they don't have their own direct donation system. But everything else is in that stream labels video that the Logician posted, or in the Polypop video that I did a week or so ago. And somebody said they just subscribed, so I don't know. Maybe it's not connecting, or maybe I have to check the terms or whatever. But it should change. It will change eventually, hopefully. It'll do the right thing. Let's go get another question.
It'll do the right thing.
It'll do the right thing, I hope.
Okay. Okay, this should be an easy question. This is from Void BW.
Well, hello,
And
Void BW.
question is, how long have you been doing YouTube?
Oh, dear God. This is a good question. So I think we're probably approaching the 5-year mark at this point. Would you say that was right, honey? I think we're probably looking at getting pretty close to the 5-year mark. Yeah, 4 or 5, somewhere in there. It's a little over 4 years. So at the end of this year, we'll be at the 5-year mark. So I mean, the truth is that if you're looking for success on YouTube, it's a marathon. It's not a race. It will happen over time. Yes, it's definitely not a sprint. It's something that you learn over time. You get confidence on camera. You learn more things about what you're trying to bring across to your audience. And as you do that, your audience will grow with you. And that's always a good thing. Marquise Brownlee did YouTube for 5 years before anyone ever watched anything that he did. And most people have the same thing happen. So if you actually really want to be a YouTuber, just keep in mind that everyone stinks at the beginning. We all do. We're going on 5 years for May, and it took a long time to get to the point where we were creating content that people actually wanted to watch. And it just takes time. So hang in there and stick it out, because you'll do all right. It just takes some time. All right, babe. What you got?
That's good. That's good. This one comes from Dr. Phobia.
Hello, Dr. Phobia.
My webcam disconnects auto whenever I use the SnapCam filter. Without SnapCam, everything works fine. No, it says disconnect. It says auto, but I don't know if that means audio.
Yeah, I don't know. So when you're using Snap Camera, let's go over here into the tutorial section. So when you're using Snap Camera, like I'm using right here, you have to keep in mind that Snap Camera takes your camera. So loaded into my Snap Camera right now is my cam link. If something else is trying to use the cam link, then Snap Camera can't use it. But then, so I load up my cam link in there, which is my main camera. And then over here, I load up my Snap Camera. So there you go. That's unless you're doing it backwards or something like that. That's the only thing I can figure. So if you're having problems where the Snap Camera comes up with just the Snap Cam circle, that means something else is trying to grab your your camera. And there you can see now it finally did change to our latest subscriber. Super cool. I told you it works. You just got to be a little patient. And thank you for subscribing, Hi-Fi. If you're in the chat, say hi. I would appreciate it. I always wonder if people are just watching the videos or if they're actually physically in here. Let's get another question.
Okay. Okay,
All right,
this
babe.
question comes from Waggly Beef.
Waggly Beef.
Waggly Beef.
Nice. All right.
Go ahead.
No, go.
Okay.
Let's
My
get some
OBS
Waggly Beef.
opens multiple browser sources. I can see them in the task manager and it starts to make my game bog down. Any idea why? I believe it should only be one browser source for my overlay. Thanks again for all the content. You are a blessing.
Interesting. Well, thank you so much for the kind words, by the way. So, let's see. Why would it be doing that? Well, the only thing I can think of is if you have the browser source maybe in multiple scenes. Let's see what kind of things there are here in the browser source. Is there a thing that asks whether you want to shut it down? Refresh browser when scene becomes active. There it is. Shut down source when not visible. That's something I would try shut down source when not visible if you're having that problem and see if it solves that problem. Because I think that might fix your issue. And then even try refreshing cache because sometimes stuff just gets stuck. But that shut down when not visible should solve your problem. Hopefully. If not, blame OBS. Oh, let's get another question. All right, baby.
Okay. Another question from Art by Kim Anglin.
Well, hello, Kim. Art
I'm
by Kim
doing a
Anglin.
lot.
See, Hi-Fi is in here.
Look at
It
that.
seems that last subscriber label is kind of broken with Stream Elements. There is a Reddit post. Nah, it works just fine. Here, I'll show you. Hold on. Watch this. See? Working. That's from Stream Elements. So there you go. It works. All right, sorry. Let's get another question.
That's fine. That's fine. We're back to Kim's question. And Kim says, I'm doing live stream alone while I am drawing on paper, but I am also using my computer for it. Is there a way to connect an additional monitor or something so the audience doesn't see the switching to scenes? What she means is what I am doing.
Yeah. All you have to do, depending upon what you're using, is plug in another monitor. So most laptops have HDMI out. You just buy a monitor, you take an HDMI cable and you plug it into another monitor. In my case, I'm using 3 monitors. And just today, I finished filming a video that shows you how to turn even an old iPad like this into another monitor using USB. So that video will be out in a couple of weeks and you can check it out. But yes, definitely you want to have multiple monitors when you're live streaming. Just to give you some idea of my setup, and excuse me, just to give you some idea of my setup, I have my stream over here. It has all the stream setup stuff. I have Monica up here in this monitor right here. She has to be on her own screen because we're doing a screen capture or a display capture to pick up her her stream. And then on this monitor over here, I have all my tutorial stuff. So everything that I show you how to do in tutorial format is over here on this monitor. So I'm using 3 different monitors. 2 of them are 1080, one of them is a 720 monitor. But it doesn't really matter what the monitor size is. Just having another one that you can separate what you're doing is good. Now the other thing is it's really, really easy to not pay attention to your stream and just have your head in the monitor or in the chat or whatever. You want to try to address your audience directly as much as you possibly can. Believe me, it really, really does make a huge difference. Even if you put on goofy faces, it still makes a difference when you address your audience directly. So let's get another question. Stop clowning around, woman.
Apologies for that.
Dimebag Darren's in the house. What's up, brother? I hope you're doing well. We're just chilling out here, man.
Uh-oh. It must be that. Yep. It's you.
I make this look good.
Keeps
Yeah,
you
I do.
warm. Keeps you warm
Yeah.
on these chilly days.
It does. It's better than this.
Yes. Yes.
Uh-huh.
You would think
Better,
so.
better than that.
You
I
would
like
think
it.
so.
I like it.
It's a total opposite of where you are right now with the hair thing, but
Yeah, it is.
yeah,
Yeah,
it is.
I'm in between hairstyles. What are you gonna do? It'll all work out. I'm telling you. Cheesecake Jake is in the house. Hello.
Cheesecake. Does that mean he makes cheesecake?
I don't know.
I
If he
don't
does, maybe he can deliver some.
know. I
Ah,
know.
I could use some cheesecake, man.
That's
For
awesome.
sure. All right, let's stop monkeying around. What you got, babe?
Okay. Next question is from Xander.
Hello, Xander.
Xander says, I'm wondering if an overlay is really useful for my streams since I'm keeping mobile viewers in mind. It would reduce their view screen. Is it a must or can I skip it to make my videos more professional?
All right. Well, the truth is there's no right or wrong way to live stream. Some people like to have lots of fancy overlays, and other people like a simple you on the screen. The truth is that if you have the personality and you have the experience to be able to command an audience, it doesn't really matter what's on the screen. If you have something that people want to hear or something like that, it doesn't matter what's on the screen. People come to see you. So you don't have to have fancy overlays or anything like that. I like them. I think they're fun. I think they add a little bit of spice to the live stream. But it doesn't make them any more professional or less professional if you have them or you don't have them. It's just a matter of what your streaming style is. I mean, just a simple border around your camera could be more than enough, or you don't even need to have that. So no, man, you do you. Whatever works. I will say this: as you're learning to command an audience properly, I guess is the best way to put it. As you're learning to communicate with your audience, having little distractions all around your screen can be helpful because it gives you things to talk about. Like if my chat's not having a conversation with me or whatever, I could talk about the sponsors, or I could talk about my Twitter or my Instagram or my Facebook or something like that. It does give you. And then every once in a while, someone will come in and say, hey, I like your overlay. It's really cool. That stuff doesn't happen if you're just using an image of you on the screen. So that's always something to consider as well. Always something to consider. Let's go and get another question from the beautiful Monica.
Okay. Yes, I've been spending the last few moments trying to figure out how to pronounce this name.
Oh,
It looks
well,
like
then it's a perfect opportunity for me to screw it up.
yes, because I'm just gonna spell it because I don't know how to say it. It looks like it's LKLWA.monster. So
All right.
yeah.
LKLWA.monster. Sounds good. Drink with
Okay.
Rick. The form is not closed, my friend. It is wide open, baby. Go ahead, honey. What's W? Yeah, that name's question.
LWA.monster. Okay, I'm having issues connecting Voicemeeter to Discord/OBS/Rocksmith, so that sound gets sent to Discord. It's sort of working, but the sound is jittery.
Okay. Let's go over here. So I don't know. A lot of this just say monster. Gotcha, brother. I don't know what the level of performance is on your computer, but when stuff gets jittery and there's not like a specific reason otherwise, it is more than likely a performance issue with the machine. It sounds like you're sending the same signal to possibly 3 or 4 different locations. Usually that wouldn't be a big problem if I'm being honest, but I don't really know how Voicemeeter Banana does the processing for what they're doing. So if you're sending the same output source to Discord and to the couple other places that you mentioned, it's you should be hearing the exact same sound in Discord and those other locations. And if you're not, well, that begs the question as to whether you're grabbing the wrong source possibly, or something is messed up. Or in Discord, I can tell you right now, Discord has all kinds of really stupid modulation things in their voice thing. Go into the settings and turn all that crap off to avoid them changing your audio into something that they think is acceptable that ends up ruining what you're trying to deliver. So definitely check in Discord with all their audio stuff to see if they're not modifying it in some way. Like if I use a voice changer in Discord, it's a mess. It's a mess. Radu, thank you so much. It says, do all questions get answered? I popped one a while ago and maybe it didn't get through. Radu, all questions do get answered in as long as they're in the form. So hopefully, what's up, hon? Hold on, it just flipped me off of that awesome thing. I was just getting down to the music. Oh, well, there's the Goltow thing. I haven't even seen him tonight. He's missing. He had a birthday last week and now he's gone missing. Go figure. He just turned 21. We celebrated his birthday last week here on the stream and he went missing. But Radu, we did sing to him horribly. That might have killed him later in the evening. I don't know. But yeah, maybe singing to him might not have been the right thing. But Radu, you're 3 questions away, my friend. So we will be getting to you very soon, and we do answer every single question. So I don't remember where I was on the particular question we're answering now, but Yep, and now my snap cam just wants me to look like this. There we go. I mean, I like that. That's all good, but you know. So basically what I'm saying is check Discord settings to make sure that it's not doing something funky with your audio. Because if you look in settings under audio in Discord, there's like 50 different things that you can slide on and off. If I use like a voice changer or something on Discord and I have those settings on, sometimes you can't even hear it. It's just a disaster. So definitely go in there and turn all that stuff off. If you're providing Discord with good audio, then you don't need any of that stuff on anyways. So hopefully that helps you out. Let's get another question. Because we got to get to Radu's question because he's been very generous tonight. Thank you, Radu, by the way. I appreciate it.
Yes. So
yes, Dr. Rob says voice meter can be hard to set up properly and it takes a learning curve. And there's a little bit of that in there too, for sure, Dr. Rob. There is definitely a little bit of that. Anyway, go ahead. Sorry, honey. Didn't mean to interrupt you.
That's okay. Question is from Tint Pro, saying, question about linking Streamlabs super chats to OBS using Restream, and also how often will the link appear on the chat?
Okay. Let's see here. So linking Streamlabs super chats.
Yep.
In Restream.
To OBS using Restream. Mm-hmm.
Okay. That seems like it's a lot more complex than it needs to be. Whatever you're doing. Super chats automatically come through the main chat relay of the system. I use Stream Elements. I don't use Streamlabs, but essentially it works the same way. Restream doesn't have, as far as I'm aware, any sort of way to add browser stuff in. So there's nothing to link in Restream. You can't add a browser source in. You can add a browser source directly into OBS. Let's see. I don't even know if I can still get in my Streamlabs account. Let's give it a shot over here, and I'll show you what I mean. We can do this. We'll log in. Sure. And this should take me to my account someday. All right. So let's see. Yeah, it's been a while. We're gonna come over here. So in Streamlabs, we can set up alerts to do all kinds of stuff like donations and subscribers and members and super chats and blah 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 blah. We're gonna go ahead up here, and we're gonna copy the link for the widget. Yeah, I know how this works. And then we're gonna come over here and we're gonna paste it in here. So we go to browser source. There's no browser source in Restream, so I'm not sure what you're doing with this in Restream. But either way, you paste your browser link in there. You put your resolution in there. This is why I don't use Streamlabs, by the way. It's because you can't. You don't know like how big their alerts are. There's no way to set them up so it makes sense. So in Stream Elements, I know exactly the size that my alerts are going to be, but in Streamlabs, it doesn't work that way. So now theoretically, if I do this and I just test my donations here. Oh boy. Well, if this had worked properly, you would see that that's actually working. So there we go. So now that's the browser source I just added is the little zombie. I could test subscribers there. And there we go. We just tested the subscriber and all that stuff. So as you can see, that's how the browser sources work if you're using Streamlabs. I don't use Streamlabs. I use Stream Elements. I can show you how those work. We can go in here. So basically this right here is 1920 by 1080. So my alert box, when I go into settings, I can set up my alerts so they're 1920 by 1080. I don't have to play games to try to figure out what size they're going to be. I can place them exactly where I want them to be and all that kind of stuff. It just makes it so much easier. It just makes sense. And they work exactly the same way. You just copy the link out, you put it in your stream, and bada bing, when you test it, it works. So if you're interested in learning how to use either of those, I do have some links in my, the Logician will drop some links.
Oh my. D-Dog 1968-64 nerd says, thank you and Monica, all my friends love the vids and try to post on the channel also with Discord. I find no audio problems using Discord on the web browser instead of using Discord app. That's interesting. Cool. Well, thank you, D-Dog 1968. Yeah. Here we go. Oh, yeah. Best cams. What are they, you know. We got another one in. Oh, man. Well, that's gonna come right there. Thank you so much, Tint Pro. Says Mike, you are killing it. Love your videos. No question. Oh, wait, no question. There is a way to stream on Instagram. If so, how can I? Thank you for everything. Well, as soon as I'm done dancing, Tint Pro, I will address that. But I don't think you're gonna like the answer. Dr. Rob says, Slayer. Yes. Oh, yeah. You guys are the best. Thank you so much. Woo.
All right. So I want to address Tint Pro's question. Can you stream on Instagram? And if so, how can you? The answer is you can absolutely stream on Instagram through the app without any problems at all. The problem comes in when you want to stream using something like OBS to Instagram. There is an application out there. I forget what the heck it's called. And I don't want to give out the name of it on stream anyways, because if you use it, basically what it does is it connects to your Instagram account and it goes out there and swipes the stream key and delivers it to you so you can put it into OBS. And if you go live within a certain period of time after it swipes the stream key, you can go live in OBS on Instagram. The problem is that Instagram is not actually physically sharing the stream key. In other words, it's not something they want you to have. So if you're caught streaming using third-party software on Instagram, there's a chance that your account could be banned and you could lose the right to post on Instagram altogether. Now, I don't know why Instagram decided that they didn't want to give people the stream key, or why they've locked it down so you can only stream on Instagram with your phone. I do know there is a way to do it, and I don't recommend it because your account will get banned if they catch on that you're doing it. But just so you know, if you really want to do it, there is an app out there that will steal the key and let you do it. But I don't recommend it. So, and I certainly don't want to be responsible for anyone losing their Instagram account because of it either. So I apologize, Tint Pro. It's probably not the answer you're looking for, but I'd rather see you stay safe, my friend. Wrap that rascal. You know, all those things. All right, babe, what's up? Did I answer that other question properly? What was the last
that was
question?
also Tint Pro. That was all Tint Pro all wrapped up into one there.
Okay.
So the other question was, how often will the link appear on the chat? Did you include that in there as well?
I did not. Okay, so let's go back into our main. So in order to have the link appear in chat on a relatively consistent basis, you're going to be using something like a chat bot. I use Stream Elements chat bot. You can see them occasionally drop little links into the chat to tell us about the form and all that kind of stuff, to give you the donation information. So when you set that chat bot up, you set how long it goes in between saying something and all that. You set how long it goes or how many lines of text it has to be in between before it will fire off. All of those things you can set up. And both Streamlabs and Stream Elements have chat bots that will do it for you. The Logician will drop a link to one of my chat bot videos so that you could check it out and see how those work. But you literally set all that up. So if you want it to go every 15 minutes, it'll go every 15 minutes. If you want it to go, less than that or more than that, you can do that as well. So there you go. Dash, I know this is totally insane. Love the energy. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate it. Most people don't think an old guy like me can be energetic, but we're proving them all wrong, aren't we, honey?
That's right. Proving them all.
Hey, man.
wrong.
If a guy like me can get a young lady like you, anything is possible with these spiky cleats. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying, right?
That's all you're saying. That's right. That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. You're gonna blink, 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 blink.
I'm getting it all out of the way. All right. Let's do it, baby.
All right. Okay. We have this one more question, and then we're going to get to Radu's question. Okay. This question comes from Simplicity. Hey, Simplicity.
Oh, hey, Simplicity. And Lady Experience, you are so welcome, by the way. Go ahead, honey. I'm sorry.
That's fine. Simplicity wants to know, how do I save my profile and scenes on OBS?
How do I save my profile and scenes on OBS? Well, all right, let's go over here to our tutorial screen. So every time that you create, if you just create one profile when you start up OBS, then it's already saved, right? But you can create multiple profiles. So let me explain a little bit how this works. So the profile is the location where all the settings for your stream and your scenes are set. So any of these profiles that I have here are different settings for different scenes and all that kind of stuff. And so all of those things are set up in the settings right here. So that's what profiles are. A profile is a different collection of these, right? And I probably should have put this proper before. It's probably confusing people. Why is that scenes over there? Sorry, guys. I didn't mean to do that. How many people have come into my stream and left because they're like, that's not OBS? No, it is. You can move these panels wherever you want. I could put this panel right here. I could put it in the bathroom if I want. No, you can't do that. You can't move them off the computer. I was just kidding. That was a joke. But now I can't. Now it won't dock again. See, now I messed it up. We're going to fix this. We can do this. Oh, come on. Come on. I started touching things and now it's broken. It's broken. Yes, this is why we can't have nice things, honey. Alright, we're going to get this docked when we do. Come on. Dock it, damn it. Oh, now it's red. Oh my gosh. Come on. No, it's because it's being a mean bugger. Oh, now I undock that too. Oh, that's fun. Alright, so profiles up here, that's really great. I love it. I love it. Sometimes OBS is so... Oh, there we go. Now it wants to dock. Come on, come on. There we go. Will this one dock? No, that one's still trying to... Oh, there we go. Sometimes you just got to dock it somewhere else, and then it will dock. So now we've got it redocked. For a while there, nobody was going to be able to know we were using OBS. Yeah. We're getting it. We're getting it. We got it. We're almost there. All right. So now we've got that. So your profiles are the collection of your settings. Then you can have multiple scene collections, right? So I could go over here, and this is my scene collection for my live stream that I do on Twitch. If you haven't seen it, you should definitely check it out. Oh, now I've got scenes and sources mixed up. There we go. Let's do that. So we've got my starting soon, and we've got my just chatting scene, and we've got my group chat scene where all my buddies and I chat together and play the game. So if we go over to other scene collections, what else do I got here? I got this one. That's the one we're using tonight. But I have a whole bunch. Anyway, all of these are collections of scenes that you can have. So if you want to create a new one, all you do is you go up to scene collection and you go new and you name it. And bada bing. Now I can create a whole new live stream right here, and it'll have all the scenes saved and everything. And if I decide I don't want a scene collection anymore, I just go and remove it. And there we go. So it removes the scene collection that I was just using. And there you go. And the same goes for profiles. You go in, you go new. It's going to be a new profile all set up with nothing but that. So hopefully you guys can understand how that works. Yes, it seems like a Best Cam's fun is really bumping tonight. You should be able to actually block Best Cam's fun. I can't do it now because you guys, hey, I might be able to put them. We're going to report them, of course. And then what we're going to do is we are going to block them permanently. Ah, all right. They're already blocked permanently. Somebody's on the ball. You guys are the best. I have the best mods in the business. I'm just saying. All that free virtual popcorn they get. Really, I mean, it must be some good popcorn.
All the butter.
All the butter. Oh, now my Snapcam doesn't want to change me off of this face. So there you go. All right.
Well,
I'm lucky it's working at all. Apparently.
There you go. Could be worse faces that you're stuck on, so that's at least good.
It could be. It could be.
Okay, were you ready to ask Radu's question?
All right, Radu, your patience and faith have now been you know.
Now paid off.
Yep, they paid off. They've paid off. I hope. I hope I do the
Yes.
question justice.
Yes. It's a bit of a longer one, so just bear with me. He
Hold
said,
on. Before we do this, the
yeah.
logician wants an embiggened bag of popcorn. I
Oh,
grant everyone embiggened bags of popcorn right now. So have at it. And Cody Pearson, thank you for subscribing. I appreciate it. Say hi in chat. And enjoy your embiggened virtual popcorn.
there you go.
You are welcome.
Live it up.
Uh-oh. Oh. Yeah. American Cholo says, thank you for always helping us content creators. American Cholo, it is my pleasure. I absolutely love doing this. It's too much fun. It really honestly is. I I shouldn't be allowed to have this much fun, you know? I really shouldn't. Luckily I am though, because I'm making it work. Yeah. We got like this like a cool video game tune thing going on here. Can't have popcorn, I ate too much. Sorry, John. Everyone else, in big and free popcorn in the virtual sense. Oh, you guys are the best. Thank you, American Cholo. I really do appreciate it. Let us go and get another incredible question. All right, babe, what you got?
I like all the popcorn popping into the chat.
Tint Pro says thank you for being so straightforward. Tint Pro, let's go over here so you're not just on the screen because I want Tint Pro to be able to see. Honestly, that's you're gonna if you beat around the bush or you play the whole game or you tell people something if you don't really know the answer. Honestly, that's the best way to lose an audience. If I don't know something, I'm definitely going to tell people. There are a lot of things, especially with Twitch, I don't have a lot of experience in. And people count on me to be the expert. And I like to make sure that everyone knows I don't have all the answers. If I don't know somebody or something, I'm going to let you know right up front. If I think something shouldn't be done or whatever, I'm going to definitely let you know up front. The last thing that I want to do is see people quit streaming because they can't figure something out or whatever. You can figure it out. You can definitely figure it out. But I certainly don't want to see anybody's channels getting banned or anything like that either. Definitely don't want that. Thank you so much, by the way, for the super chat, American Cholo. I really do appreciate it. That kind of stuff makes my night. It's really awesome. So what you got, babe? I keep interrupting you.
All right, now Radu's question.
Hello, Radu. Oh, poor Radu. Now he had to wait through that, too. We love you, Radu. I haven't seen him in the chat for a while, so hopefully he's still here.
I know.
He didn't
I hope so
fall
too.
asleep.
Okay, I stream from a PC. The source game comes from an iPad into an Elgato HD 60S Plus and then into OBS. Although
Okay.
I have a good gaming PC now with a Ryzen 5 and RTX GPU, the stream quality is not that good. I've seen your videos about what you can do about it, but nothing gets it better. It's still
Okay.
1080p, which is the platform limit, but it's not clear on FPS games as other streamers broadcast. Do you think investing in a better GPU is the solution, like an RTX 3080 or Ryzen 9?
Okay. Well, this is a great question, and I'm going to save you an ass load of money. So when you're streaming, say, from your iPad directly into a card, like a capture card, which is what you're using, your computer's not processing any of that, except for the encoding. Literally. None of that. So a different graphics card isn't going to change any of that. So it sounds like where the disconnect is at, I'm assuming when you look at your OBS, it looks good. So the problem is somewhere between your OBS and wherever you're streaming to. There's a disconnect or it's not getting your stream right or something. So let's go over here into our tutorial screen and I'm gonna kind of walk you through some of the settings. Now I did a bunch of videos on how to set this up and I'm guessing that you probably watched them. I'm not in the right profile here. Let's go to my record profile. All right, so when you stream, right, there are a couple of things. You want to make sure that you have your encoder set to the NVIC encoder. It sounds like you have a quality enough machine that you can set your preset at max quality. And if you're streaming in 1920 by 1080, stream at 6,000 kilobits per second, assuming that your connection is capable of handling that. And then you want to use your look ahead, your psychovisual tuning if there's a lot of fast stuff moving around on the screen. But this should give you a high quality live stream right here. So those are the settings that you should be using. Now they modify, they modify slightly on Twitch. I did a video on troubleshooting on Twitch. I don't know, did I release that video yet? I don't remember if I released that video just yet or not. It's hard to say what you remember and what you don't remember, but I did. I don't think I released it yet, but I have a video that's coming out very soon on how you can test your Twitch streams. The only other thing that I can think of is that it is throttling somehow your internet, your network connection. Not your network, but your internet connection is not at a high enough bit rate. So make sure that the little green dot in the lower right hand side of your live stream always reads green. If that's the case, then it sounds like something is not encoding properly, which is really strange. Let's see. So Radu, okay, so now I can tell you exactly what the problem probably is. Let's go over here. So Radu, the problem is probably that you're feeding it too much information. So YouTube is not capable of encoding at that kind of speed. So cut your bit rate, your kilobits per second, cut that down to 6,000 or less. Between 5 and 6,000. And I wish it would stop switching me off there. I know, that's what I'm reading right now. So if you're streaming at 9,000 kilobits per second, don't do that. Just drop it down to 6. They have limits anyways, and so the format that you're streaming at, excuse me, it's not capable of encoding on YouTube's end that fast, and the sheer volume of the encoding that you're sending it can't process fast enough. So it just obviously is not encoding it properly enough to make it look good. You tried 5 or 6 and it's the same, huh? That's interesting. I don't know why that would be the case. 5,000 or 6,000. So you basically have it set up just like I have it set up on my thing. It's the Russians. I don't think it's the Russians, Dr. Rob, but you never know. The other thing that it could be is your actual network connection. So make sure that you do a connection test. You should have about, if you're going to be using 6,000 kilobits per second, then that means that your upload speed should be around 12. And let me show you what I mean by that as well. Radu, let's go over here into the tutorial screen. By the way, thank you so much for the super chats. I really, really do appreciate it. I'm gonna, boom, there we go. All right, so we're gonna go over here and let's just do a speed test real quick. And here we go. So you can see my download speed. That's kind of useless. Nobody cares about download speed. It doesn't really matter. My download speed is pretty good, I will say. But there we go. So this is your upload speed. This is what's important. And you remember, it's not megabytes per second. It's megabits per second. So I've got a 17 megabit per second upload speed. Now theoretically, 12 megabits per second. No, the download is 300. The upload is 100. Yeah, but... Okay. Well, I understand... Yeah, you certainly don't have to have to super chat every time either. You could just type it in the chat, my friend. I do appreciate it. but don't kill yourself. Yeah, so your upload speed is 100. Is that bits per second? Because if it's 100 bits per second, that's nowhere near fast enough to stream at more than 100 bits per second. If it's kilobits per second or megabits per second, that's different. So if you are using a 300, let's just say that it's a 300 megabit download, then I'm assuming it's a 100 megabit upload, which that's not, it's probably a 1 megabit upload or a 10 megabit upload. I don't think it's either of those, to be honest with you. Nietzsche May, they are determined tonight, my friend. 100 megabit per second. Okay, so that's really fast. There shouldn't be any reason why that's happening. Radu, I'm afraid I'm not sure I'm going to be able to answer your question. I pay a lot of money for it. It sounds like it. That's a lot of upload speed. Man, so what would be causing the problem? I can't say. Alright, so let me give you a couple of more things that you can check. Because I certainly don't want to give up on this. Not unless the ISP is throttling to certain sites. Yeah, that's possible too. But it's not usually something they do, especially when you're paying all the money. Let's go over here to the tutorial screen. And let's put on my serious face now. And okay, so I just want to give you a couple of more suggestions of things to try. So let's go into settings. Make sure that in your output, not there, right here. Make sure that your base canvas and your output canvas resolution is the same. And then I'm using NTSC 24 frames per second, which is stupid. It should be set at 30, but I only use this for recording, which is why I record at 24 frames per second. So just so you know, that's not how you want it. You want to have your frames per second set at 30 or 60. And if you're streaming games, you're probably setting this at 60, but make sure you check it. Make sure your base canvas is the same as your output canvas. And then in the output, when you go to streaming, sometimes there, right here, rescale output. Make sure rescale output is not checked. You don't want this encoding any more than it needs to. Okay, and make sure you're at the max quality preset and your profile is high. You can have these two checked for your stream because you're using games and stuff. But if all that stuff is the same, I can't imagine what would be the problem. Now, I don't know what your encoder is, but maybe try the X264 encoder. And the reason why you might be able to get away with X264 encoding, at least just to test it, is because your machine's not actually playing the game. You're playing the game on the iPad anyways. You're just capturing it with the capture card. So you could try an X264 and see what you get with that. I mean, personally, I think NVIC is better. It's much easier on the machine, but there you go. Good topic for a troubleshooting video to check these 5 things first. Actually, the logician, that's pretty true. And by the way, Redu, if I encode through the processor, it's at 50% and lagging. Okay, so maybe we're running into more graphical problems than I thought. What else is running in the background? You're just capturing your iPad with a capture card, right? That's all that's going on here. I don't know. Maybe there's more of a problem with the computer than I'm seeing. What is your, so when you go into, let's see. Let me just show you, for example, what mine is. If I go into View and I go to Stats, and there's my Stats window right here. You can see that I missed 23 frames due to render lag. Considering what this machine is, that should never happen. A lot of you guys who've been watching me for a long time know that my old machine was basically a 10-year-old piece of junk, and it never would have dropped 23 frames. So I don't know what's wrong with this new machine, but either way, 23 frames, whatever. That's not going to cause the problems you're having. And then it skipped no frames. And then over here, this is important because this is actually where your internet connection gets tested. And we've dropped 0 frames on our internet connection. It shows our bit rate and it shows how much we've sent. But check these stats, because if you're dropping a lot of frames right in this frames missed due to render lag or skipped frames due to encoding lag, if you're missing a lot of that stuff, that could be your problem. Did you happen to answer my second question? Monica said in my ear, Sotheby Creations, the answer to that is not yet. We are getting to it though. So it's obviously on the thing. Unfortunately, I spent some time on Radu's question and I'm not sure I'm going to be able to answer it, but hopefully I gave you lots of things that might be able to help you along. And thank you so much, Radu, for the question and all the super chats. I really do appreciate it. I really do appreciate it. And if you want to, we can continue the conversation in my email. If you go to my About page, you can send me an email specifically on this. If you tried some of that stuff and we can't get anywhere, maybe we can figure something out. Not sure. So you're on a Ryzen 5 5600G with a GTX 1650 at the moment. Processor encoding is dropping frames, but through the graphic card it doesn't. Right. Okay. That's cool. So yeah, that's what I would expect, Radu. That's exactly what I would expect. So the other thing that you could try is download the stream once it's finished encoding on YouTube and make sure it's actually bad. You know what I mean? Make sure that what YouTube is receiving is actually bad, because it might not be as bad as you think it is. So try that as well. Alrighty, South Bay, we're going to get to your question in a moment. I really do appreciate it. Thank you guys so much. Oh my gosh, the super chats tonight are incredible. Let's go get another question.
Okay, now this one is from Gamby the Gamer, 1986.
Oh, let me answer, let me do a quick little answer on Hi-Fi's question, because he's asking about the alerts that I'd use to change scenes and stuff. I did do a video on that. The video is called how to change scenes with alerts or something like that. If the logician could find that, I use Snap Camera for the faces, but I did do a video on how to change scenes with you know, and it uses Stream Elements, so it is out there. If you need help finding it, guys, let me know. But there is a link to that video. Hopefully the logician will put it in there for you. Hi-Fi. Sorry, honey, go ahead.
That's okay. This question is from Gamby, and it's actually right on the heels of what you were just discussing for Radu. So I'm just going to read it quick. So maybe what you just spoke about has answered this question as well. He says, I have an HP Pavilion 590 P0070 desktop. Processor is Intel Core i7 8700, CPU at 3200 gigahertz with 12 gigabytes of RAM. I want to know what will be the best graphic card that I can put on this desktop, because I don't want to mess up my PC. Did what you just discussed take care of all that too?
No. If he wants to add a graphics card in there, try to find something that's either 20 series or 30 series NVIDIA would be my recommendation. 20 series or 30 series NVIDIA, and it should be fine as long as you make sure that you have PCIe slots in there. So, oh, there's Hi-Fi. We're gonna be whisked away again. Thank you guys. Oh my goodness. I don't think they actually posted the video yet. I didn't see it. Woo! So yeah, the alert automatically changes to this scene, plays the music, and I switched to the face cam because I haven't found a way to automate that just yet. But let me see. Any source, create epic scenes, badge. Here it is. Let your audience change your scene is what the video's called. And I'm gonna put it right in here now. if you would like to be able to have your audience change your scenes, like you guys can do with me, with the super chats and stuff, there is a video on how to do it. And a really, really, really awesome Twitch streamer named Mr. Boost actually helped to create that for me. So, and Hi-Fi, thank you so much. I really do appreciate it. You guys are amazing tonight. Holy mackerel. Unbelievable. Love it. I have an I have a 2060 RTX myself and run three screens. Yep, Aussie Wheels. You can easily run. I easily ran 3 screens on a 970. So, you know, the extra screens is not a big thing. All right. Thank you so much, by the way, Hi-Fi. I hope we're helping you guys out tonight. I wish I could have helped Radu out better. I feel like I failed him. Let's get another question.
This next question comes from John Barradale, aka Just Not Good.
Hello, John.
And I just want to say, South Bay Creations, your question is next after John's. So we will get to you very, very soon.
We're getting to you, South Bay.
Yep,
Thank you for your patience.
Okay, so John's question is, I have been using a few different methods for music. The best I have is to use a scene for the song. I also put into chat the name of the song and the artist. I tried VLC and have a nice long list of songs, but it does not put the name of the song into the chat. I found several YouTube videos, but they are complicated and use more than one plugin or software program to do it. What's the best way to play a list of songs and show the song title and artist in the chat, or at least in an overlay?
That's a good question. John always has the stumpers. All right, so yes, at least they're not the stinkers, honey. How would I do it? Honestly, how I would probably do it? All right, I know you guys think I'm stupid sometimes, but here's how I would probably do it. I would create a playlist for the songs and stuff on Steam, I guess it is, or whatever application you're using. It doesn't really matter. Not Steam, but Spotify. What's that? I already have my music, so I don't want to use Spotify or other ones. Okay, so let's say you have your music loaded on your machine and you're just using that. I don't know what application you're using for your music, but let's just say, for the sake of discussion, that I was going to use the music that I have on my computer. Let's see. What app would I use? I'm going to use this one. Okay. So here is my music, right? And I'm going to flip over to my tutorial screen. So how would I post what's coming up or what's on? Well, probably what I would do, let's see. We're going to go to my music. We're going to go to artists. And let's max that. Let's see. I guess it doesn't really matter, but I could create a playlist in here and all that kind of stuff. So I could use a playlist like this. So what I would probably do, and I know this is just dumb. It sounds too simple, but so I would play the music, and then what I would do is I would go into OBS. Oh, don't hate me, but this is the easiest way to do it without creating any kind of complicated crap. I would go to window capture, right? And I would just capture this window right here. And because all I need is this down here, bada bing. I even have the album thing in there. And there we go. I could put this little lower third wherever I want, right? Wherever I want, I could put this little lower third, and it's always going to show what song is playing. And if you're looking for something that's just easy to do, that's how I would do it, personally. And you can use any music app that is playing on your computer to do it. I know, you guys want complicated, pretty things. That's how I would do it, because that's the easiest way. And sometimes The easiest way is just the easiest way to do it. Why complicate things? You could probably, yes, Opeth rocks, Dr. Rob. You could probably set up a playlist and have it drop a certain thing that would pick up in a text file that you could read, but I don't know. I mean, that's really complicated. This is really easy. I just grab the thing and we're all set. Hopefully that helps you out, John. Use Touch Portal to play the music and then put the text into chat with the song title. Well, see, this way you wouldn't have to use Touch Portal. You just put it on a playlist on some music player on your system. You capture the music player audio, and then you just box out the little section that says what's playing, and you're all set. And you're all set. All right, let's get another question. I hope that helps you, John. That would be what I would do. That's what Snippet does with another program. Yeah. Now, Snippet will just take one picture, whereas this is going to automatically change every time a song changes. You don't have to do anything. It's automatically going to change. And let me show you how that's going to... Oh, I already removed it, didn't I? I did. All right, well, let's say I was playing this song. Is this going to play on the stream? I don't think it is. It might. Do I see it? No, it's not playing on the stream. Okay. So when this switches over, you're going to see this is going to change. Right? There it goes. It changed. I didn't have to do anything. I didn't have to take any pictures. I didn't have to do anything. If I'm capturing this thing down here, guess what? It just changed. I didn't have to do anything. Slayer, yes. So there you go. Hopefully that helps you. Hopefully that helps you. The simplest answers are almost always the best, I guess. All right, babe, what you got?
Question now from South Bay Creations. You are up, South Bay.
You're up, South Bay. Thank you for your patience. I really appreciate it.
He or she wants to know, how do you do the super chat? Does your screen automatically change when you get a super chat?
Okay, so I just dropped a link in here a minute or two ago. If you guys could drop that back down in there. Actually, I think I have it right here. And this is change scenes from your audience. Or your audience can change the scenes. Right there. That link right there is going to hook you up with what you need to have your audience send you a super chat that will change the scene. It also works with donations. You can set it up with subscribers, and you can set it up with followers and that sort of stuff if you use that. So you can set it up with anything, and there you go. The change scenes one, the Logician just dropped in there as well. So thank you guys. That I love it. Because anytime that you can give your audience the opportunity to mess up your stream and change it or do whatever, I think it's awesome. I think it's fun. So hopefully you guys do too. Even if you have to sometimes look at me dancing. But, it is what it is. What you got, babe?
Okay. This next question comes from 137 DAC.
Well, hello, 137 DAC. I saw him on here a long time ago. Hopefully he's still hanging on and around for the question.
Okay. His question is, why, when I try the same settings from OBS in my not-so-high-specs Windows laptop to stream, it runs smooth, while my friend struggles with encoder lag and rendering lag with the exact same settings in a MacBook Pro from 2019 with the most top specs?
Okay. I could tell you exactly why. Hold on here. I want to make sure that I get the right screen for effect. Here's why. Because MacBooks suck. They're not meant to stream, okay? If it's not an M1 Mac, you shouldn't be doing it. I know, Dax. Thank you so much. Okay, so here's why. MacBooks, and I have a busload of content. I used to stream on my MacBook. So I like Mac, guys. I like Mac, okay? I'm not a Mac hater. I do all my editing on a Mac. MacBooks before the M1 had no encoder that actually worked properly, which means you have to use X264. Even my old MacBook had a graphics card in it that I could not use for encoding. So X264, even on a powerful machine, takes up so many clock cycles that it just bogs the whole thing down. The one benefit is that Mac has now signed on to the OBS project, meaning that they're going to be working really hard to improve the way that OBS works on a Mac. But I'm relatively certain that they just want it coded for the M1 Macs, which means it's not going to help with the 2018 Mac. You're still going to have to use X264, and the encoding for X264 is just going to be too difficult for a Mac to do while it's also streaming and running all the video assets and things like that. And I really hate to say it because I know a 2018 Mac was not a cheap machine. That thing is gonna edit like a beast, but it's gonna stream like crap. Because unfortunately, there's no other way to get around using X264 to stream with it. So unfortunately, Dak, you're gonna have to tell your friend to get a PC or an M1 Mac. I have a video coming out soon on streaming with an M1 Mac, and I was pleasantly surprised. I'm very pleasantly surprised, if I'm being honest. I can't wait for that video to come out because that was pretty cool. I was expecting it to be just as bad as every other Mac, and I was pleasantly surprised. So there you go. As far as solutions go, 137 DAC, it sucks. It sucks because there's not much I can say. Now, the new M1 Macs actually do have an encoder, a hardware encoder that you can use as well, which I did notice works pretty good. I don't know if that hardware encoder is something that's going to be available on your friend's 2018 Mac. But there used to be a hardware encoder that was available. There used to be a hardware encoder that was available. How do these keep coming up? Let's see. There used to be a hardware encoder that was available on the Mac way back when. And one of the problems that we ran into was that it wasn't finished. So I could stream pretty well with the Mac hardware encoder until a certain point where the audio would be fine, but the video would just drop. So I would recommend that they try the new hardware encoder for the Mac if it's available to them, because it seems like last time I used it, it worked pretty well. It just wasn't finished. So I saw the X264 and the Apple H264 hardware encoder and the Apple H264. Yeah, so try the Apple H264 hardware encoder and see if it works. Just be aware that when the video dropped on my streams, it was intermittent. It could happen 5 minutes into the stream. It could happen 20 minutes into the stream. And the thing is the stream doesn't drop. The bit rate stays at like 160. And I figured out, wait a second, what am I streaming? And then I went out to the stream to listen because there's no picture, and my audio was clear as a bell. It was still streaming the audio, but the video part of it failed. So have them try the hardware encoder and see how that works. Spent a couple hours with different encoders. All right. Well, hopefully that'll work for them, Dak, because that's honestly the only solution other than buying a PC or an M1 Mac, which, needless to say, M1 Macs are not cheap. They are not cheap. So hopefully that answers your question. Let's get another one. How are we doing on the question front, beautiful lady?
We have 11 questions left.
All right, because I was worried that it was going to be a light question night, but we're doing pretty good. Mm-hmm. Let's rock it.
We got 'em. Yep. Mm-hmm. And we have, okay. All right, so this one comes from Zyzo.
Hello, Zyzo.
I will be looking forward to making content, probably something related to YouTube, but I'm lost on the editing part. I don't have enough time to learn editing at all. I saw your M1 Mac video and loved the editing. If you could give me a good idea about that. I at least want to light up that idea light bulb up in my head. Okay.
Well, I'm gonna just let the cat out of the bag a little bit. I have a video coming up on an editing solution for folks, especially gamers who want to inevitably create content on YouTube, because it is the best way to get noticed. It is the best way that you can get more views on a channel that's basically meant for live streaming, is to create original content. And a lot of people don't want to spend the time to learn how to edit and all that stuff. You just want to live stream. Live streaming is fun. That's fine. I have a solution coming up in a future video for some editing stuff that can hopefully help you out. Because other than that, I don't have any specific ideas about, you know, the M1 audio video. It's just editing. Editing takes a long time to learn. So yeah, I will have a solution for you very soon. It's going to probably be within the next 2 weeks or so. That video will come out. So just keep an eye out for it. What do you think about EV Mukes? EV Mukes is pretty cool. I used it for a very short period of time. Let's go get another question. I definitely tested out EV Mukes at least. It's pretty cool. All right, babe, what you got?
Question from Roger Simons. I think it's Simons. Roger Simons. Is there a way to get all of my social media chats combined in one box in OBS while I live stream?
Yes. And in fact, I can show you how to do that right now. Let's go over here. Now, if I were to be streaming to multiple locations right now, I can go up to my docs and I can go and bring up my chat. And boom, if I was streaming on Facebook and Twitter and all those kinds of places, that would show up right in here, right? That would show up right here. But for now, I'm just streaming to YouTube. But you could have your chat show up like this if you wanted to, using a really cool application called Twidget. So this is the application that I use to put the chat in here. It also does cool things like put the chat over here for this screen right here, or if I wanted to put the stuff up. Why is it doing that? Stop that. If I wanted to put someone else's chat in here, let me refresh this because that's obviously not what I'm selecting. There we go. If I wanted to put the chat up here or just select chat up here, I can do that by selecting it as well. So there you go. That is the that is the solution. The Logician just dropped the link to that video, by the way, so that you could check it out for yourself and have a look at what Twitter can do for you, or Twidget can do for you. By the way, it's PC platform only, unfortunately. So there you go. Let's get another question.
Okay. This one comes from Dan Gleeballs Scambaiter.
Hello, Dan.
Smitty Werber Jagerman Jensen.
It is almost.
What would you recommend for adding simple borders to display captures?
Okay, cool. This is a good one. I actually did a video on this not very long ago, but let's add a display capture just for fun. We're gonna capture my other display. It's gonna be a good time. That's not that one. Let's see here. I guess we'll kind of get an Inception if we do that. So we're gonna capture Monica's display just for fun. Let me go over to my tutorial screen so you can actually see what I'm doing. All right, so we're gonna capture Monica's display right there. Let's not do that on this screen though. Let's remove that, and let's create a new one here. Scene 2. We still got Harry, the newest subscriber, up there. Thank you, Harry. But we're gonna do a display capture in here as well, and we'll capture Monica's display. So you're going to be on screen in a moment. And there we go. So we've got Monica's display captured. And I'm just going to crop this up just for fun. So let's say that we wanted to add a border to this. The easiest way to add a border to it is just a simple color border. In order to do that, Let's put her below our new subscriber. The easiest way to do that is to click the plus and go to color source. And you can select what color you want. So we'll go with an orange. I like orange. We're going to go with orange. And we're going to click OK. And we will move our color source below our display capture. And then we'll just crop it up here and move it properly. And then we'll hold down the Alt key so we can crop it on this side. And there we go. So, oh my, we have a new member.
Yes, Frank Cash. Thank you so much for becoming a member of the Streamer Squad. I do appreciate it. Keep up the real community folks out there for Streamer Squad. You will find a link to the Discord server so that you can join us on the Discord server. If anyone else is interested in joining the Streamer Squad so you can get access to the Discord server, there is a link right down below. It's called Join. Thank you so much, Frank. He found the joy in his book. Now we get to work out. Sometimes I hit it so hard my face falls off. Awesome stuff. Thank you so much. I really do appreciate it.
Oh, look at you. All cartoonized. All right, so that's how to add a simple border. If you wanted to add a border that's a little more interesting, I might go in, and I already did one of these. Let's see. Look at you go, honey. We would go with a media source, right? And we can just use the one we already have. And I would put that all the way underneath everything and just shrink it up. And this adds a simple animated border. Doesn't have to go with anything. It just adds a little bit of visual interest to what you're looking at. Super thin border. I'd probably maybe use a video that's not quite as movie as this one. But I know you were thinking, well, how do I reuse that in lots of different scenes? Well, all I have to do is make sure that I use that as a nested scene. Then I click the plus, I create a new scene, and then I can add that in any scene I want by going scene, and we'll select scene 2, and boom. There it is. The whole thing right in there. Awesome. And you look great, honey. Your skin is so smooth. All right. So there you go. That's the easiest, simple way to add a simple camera border, be it whether you just want a simple color border, or not a camera border, but a display capture border. Whether you want it to be animated or whatever, there you go. Super cool, super easy. Yeah, we're getting botted tonight in a big way. Apparently, you know, I don't know what these people think. But either way, let's get another question from the beautiful Monica.
Okay, next
All right.
question is from Chaz.
Hello, Chaz. Are
Watch
you
your
unable to turn off your
I decided not to turn it off. I look better
Oh.
this way.
All right. Well, we'll go with it
This
then.
is it. This is what it's going to be. The
This
rest
is
of
what
the
you're
night.
getting. All right.
This is what you're getting.
All right.
Okay.
I'll put mine on too.
Okay. Not.
Hold
not. Who?
I'm gonna
Which?
put my matching one on. There we go, baby. Hello.
Hello.
Yeah. Hey, guess what? I'm here
Hey.
for you.
Yeah.
Hey,
I
I'm
know
here
it.
for you. Yeah. All right.
Was looking at you, kid.
Oh, you are just having too much fun. I think we are, John. Let's get to the next question.
Okay, next question is from Chaz, and Chaz says, "Watched your stream the other day on Snap Camera. I noticed that they only have 24 backgrounds. Is it limited to 24? Is there a way to import more?"
On Snap Camera? Was that
Yes.
the... Yeah, okay. Um, on Snap Camera, you can use... There's thousands. You can put as many as you want. That's just how many I must have had loaded in at the time. But you can put as many presets as you want in there. You can set them up with as many hotkeys as you have on your keyboard, and you're good to go. I think I just saw Blue Eyed Skadee say hi, didn't I? Blue Eyed Skadee does exist. Thank you, Blue Eyed Skadee. I was worried. We were thinking you were gonna pop in yesterday, and we totally didn't see you or hear from you, so I was concerned that something bad happened. It is good to see you in here tonight. Thank you so much. So yeah, any number, you're all good. Let's get another question, and we'll party it up. Yeah. Yeah. What the heck is that writing on the screen?
I don't
Dumb.
know.
Must not be the same one that I found before.
Oh,
Didn't have
no,
writing
there's
on
no
the screen.
confetti or whatever in this one. There was more. There was
Yeah,
more
this
party
one's
stuff happening in the other
this
one.
one's lame.
Yeah,
Oh
it's just
well.
colors.
Yeah.
It's just colors.
All right, babe.
Okay, this question comes from Nikki May. She says, "Working on switching to slobs from Melon, looking at OBS 2, but is there a good or preferred way to do a call-in stream with scenes that is generally user-friendly? I'm newer to Streamlabs OBS/OBS and have been using your videos for help, but I don't want to get overwhelmed. But subs are asking for a call-in option."
Huh. Okay. Um. All right. So you're asking for trouble. So here's how I would do a call-in option. Dash, I don't know for sure if your question came up yet. I'm sorry. Monica, do we know if Dash's question came up yet? A Dash XYZO. Here's how I would do a call-in stream. I would probably set up a Discord specifically for people to call in. Okay? And I would have a moderator, someone I trust, meet these people in individual rooms that are set up for them inside the Discord, right? And then those people, my mod would be able to vet what we are going to get, what their camera looks like, whether their audio is good or bad. And when those people are vetted so that they are on camera and their audio is good, then there might be a point where you could put them into the queue in whatever service you're using to add people to your stream, whether it's Restream or StreamYard or Melon or something like that. So when I have Monica in the queue, let me just show you right here. Do I still have it up over on this screen? I don't know. I do. I still have it up over here. So let me pop over into my tutorial really quick. If I go up on this screen and pop this out, you can just see the edges where it shows my camera and Monica's camera. But if I had other guests in here, they would be below here. So I can physically add them to the stream when it's time for a new person to come on. You know, and it would just split it like that, right? I can just add people to the screen like that are already vetted from my mods that are in the Discord. That's personally how I would handle if I was going to take live video calls or something like that on my stream. Hopefully that helps you out. I know that's, you know, some people aren't concerned about that sort of stuff, but let's be honest. We've seen how many bots have shown up on this stream, and you get trolls and all that sort of stuff coming into your stream. They take it over. They say something foul. Next thing you know, your camera's got strikes or whatever. Nobody wants that. You want to make sure that these folks are vetted so that you know who's coming onto your screen. So let's get another question. Hopefully that helps you out. All right, babe.
Okay, well, the person asking Zyzo, that dash Zyzo, that was the one about the editing. He was asking you about your editing and for your
Okay.
Mac M1 video. So I don't know if you want to just quick. I don't remember what you had said about that answer.
Zyzo, yeah, I don't know. I just said I have a video coming out soon that will solve his editing problems, hopefully.
Okay. Okay. So that's okay, good. Um, hold on. I'm getting back to. Okay, this one, we have a second question from Waggly Beef.
Hello, Waggly Beef again.
When I open OBS to start a new stream, sometimes it will not capture the game. I have a source mirror to grab a part of the game and enlarge it, and I have to delete the source mirror in order to get the normal game capture to come back. Any ideas why?
Hmm. Okay. And you're welcome, Dash. We did get Dash's question, right? I think we did.
We did, yeah, that was the Zyzo one about the editing.
Okay. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Okay, so refresh my brain. What was Waggly Bee's second question? OBS capture the game. All right. So my nose is itchy. It's bugging me. All right. So game capture is wonky. Okay. It doesn't want to capture games unless they are truly in full screen, and that could be what your problem is. Because when you switch from one screen to another, then this screen actually isn't in full screen. And so it's giving you the stuff weird. It's like the source mirror is taking priority. I think it's possible that the source mirror has absolutely nothing at all to do with it. I think it could be, yeah, hit the refresh key. I think it could be that game capture is just wonky. It really wants that game to be in full screen on your computer. It doesn't want to be in small. So in other words, if on Tuesdays and Thursdays we play Lost Ark over on Twitch. And by the way, if you're interested, come check it out. One of the guys will leave a link down there if you want to check it out. And by the way, we let people come on and play with us. We have a really good time. But we're still getting to more questions, JJS Gaming. But you're next, apparently. When that game comes on, it goes through like 50 different things. Until it is physically locked into full screen, it does not come up on the full screen capture or on the game capture at all. So there you go. That's kind of I would say that's probably the problem. But the way to get around that is just to put it on a separate display and just do a display capture, and that solves the whole problem. I can't be totally certain whether it is the source capture or the source mirror that's causing the problem, but I tend to think more so that I see a lot more problems with the game capture and its problems with capturing full screen stuff than I ever do with source mirror. So I'm guessing that that's probably more the problem. What'd you miss? You lost power twice. Siberian Foxclaw, a.k.a. Onion. Well, glad to have you back, brother. Let's get another question. You didn't miss much. You probably missed a lot, but that's okay. That's okay.
You can rewatch the stream.
Dimebag loves his Shure SM58. I'm telling you, Dimebag, a lot of people swear by those microphones. Oh, and JJS Gaming had a dream that he met you at Comic-Con, honey.
Oh, yeah? Wow, that would be
Well,
interesting.
well,
I've
he
never
said
been to
you. I don't
Comic-Con.
know if he means you or me. But
Oh, okay,
I,
you.
I
Well, then
can't
it was
imagine anybody
probably
wants to
you.
meet me, so it's probably you.
I can't imagine it was me. It was us collectively, perhaps.
Uh, yeah, he
Okay.
blames Tech Examine for hogging all the power at the hockey game. That's probably it, Onion. That's probably it. All
All
right,
right,
babe.
so JJ's Gaming, I see he has two questions. The first one is a $32 face cam with 720 frames per second good?
Well, it's not 720 frames per second. It's 720 is the resolution. And it's fine. It's fine. If it's what you have, how much did you say it was? 32 bucks?
$32. Yes,
Okay,
$32.
so I'm thinking that if you go to Logitech's website, you're probably going to get a better face cam for about the same amount of money. I think Logitech's C90 or C970 or C920 or something. I think that's only like 35 bucks or something like that. It's pretty good. It's a pretty good camera. So maybe try there. I probably wouldn't pay more than 25 bucks or so if the camera's not at least 1080. 720 is an old style camera, but it's usable. If it's what you have available, you do the best you can with what you got, my friend. You do the best you can with what you got. Best Cams really wants to advertise on our stream tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, Best Cams. I really appreciate it. I think. I don't know. Anyway, what you got, babe? What's his second question?
How do you set up hotkeys to switch to multiple cameras?
How do you set up hotkeys to switch to multiple cameras? Okay. Well, that's an easy one. Let's go over here into our tutorial screen. If I can get it. There we go. Oh my. Hold on. Oh, maybe it'll change for me too. Thank you so much. I wish I could read any of that. HK Live 629. Thank you so much. I am so glad. It's a sticker. It has the little muscles on it. That's so awesome. What has the cat been doing? Sitting in my seat or something, man? I don't know. I got fuzzy hair all over my face. Oh my goodness. Yeah. I wish I could. So it's Live 629. Thank you, Live 629, for the sticker. I really do appreciate it. It means a lot that. Oh man, you guys are just incredible. You guys are just absolutely incredible. Thank you so much. Woo! Now let's see if I can answer this question, because I don't really remember what it was. Do I? Do I remember what it was? Alright, so we're going to add another scene. Alright, so let's say we've got my regular camera in this scene right here. I know we already have the camera in there, so we're going to go to video capture device, and we're going to grab that. There's my regular camera, okay? And then we're going to create a scene 4, right? And we're going to give this one my other camera. We're going to do a video capture device. Wow, man, I got a lot of video capture devices in there. This is going to be the 4th one. Boom. There we go. So now we've got that puppy in there. So now we've got 2 cameras. One on scene 3 and one on scene 4. Right? So there we go. So we can just go into settings, and we're going to go to hotkeys, and we're going to find scene 3. And for scene 3, we're going to set the hotkey at J. And for scene 4, we're going to set the hotkey at H. And click apply. And click OK. So now when I click J, we're here already. And when I click H, we go there. And that's all there is to it. It's that simple. Now we switch back and forth between 2 different cameras. Awesome stuff. Awesome stuff. Hopefully that helps you out. Now I have to go in here and make sure I turn off my hotkeys so that I'm not accidentally J and Hing when I don't mean to. Boom. Awesome. Hopefully that helps you. Let's get another question. Uh-oh, we're going away. We're going away. We're going to get whisked away here. Roy MC. Hello, Roy. He says, thanks for your channel, Michael. Roy Proactive. Roy Proactive. Cool stuff. Thank you, Roy. I really do appreciate it. Yeah. We got some tunes going on tonight. Everyone wonders why we haven't been able to block the best fun cams fun. I don't, I'm not exactly sure. I think it's probably that they continue to change they continue to change the URL just slightly to make it impossible for you to just block them. I'll bet you by now there's probably 25 of them in my blocked. Because these guys, my mods are awesome. They know what they're doing. Thank you, Roy. I really do appreciate it. Let's get another question. I want to make sure we get everybody in tonight because it is starting to get late. Starting to get on the late side. Now I just need to get the right scene. Yeah. We can do this. I know we can do this.
I know we can do this.
All right, babe.
Okay. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Next question's from Xander. Xander says, how do you get Spotify song titles?
Did you get closer to your microphone or something?
Did I or can I?
Did you change something about your microphone?
I didn't touch the microphone. Why, is it louder than usual?
Yeah, well, it just got loud for your particular segment right here for some reason, but that's all right.
Okay. Should I talk quieter?
Nope, you're good.
Okay. From Xander, how do you get Spotify song titles in OBS?
Well, all right. I kind of showed how I would do this before. I will now show it with Spotify. So basically, let's go over here to my tutorial screen. And we're going to go to Spotify. We'll just open that up. Bam. I'm not logging in or signing up. No. Back. Just go away. I don't want any of this. All right. So is there a way for me to get away from this stupid sign up thing? I'm not doing it right now. All right. Hold on. Hold on. Dome. Aggravation. I don't have a Spotify account. That's why you can't get it from there. All right. Anyway, I'm just going to show you how to do it in another application because they're all going to work the same and it doesn't really matter. So I'm going to show you how to do it in a different application that is not exactly Spotify but will work the same. So in this case, I'm going to show you how to do it in Groove Music. So when you're playing something, it's always going to have the name and whatever in some location. So if you go into OBS, and I can just click play on this. If I go into OBS and I wanted to have that on the screen, all I have to do is do a window capture or a display capture, but we're going to do a window capture. And there it is. It comes up as my Groove Music. Yours will come up as Spotify. And then all you do is you just crop out everything you don't want. So I hold down the Alt key and I crop out everything and bada bing. Now we've got my song title in there. And that will change every time the song changes. So if I go all the way down here to the very end of the song, and you see it changed right there. And if I go back in here, you can see it changed. Super simple. It's going to work the same way, whether you're using Spotify or no matter what you're using. It's going to work exactly the same way. So hopefully that helps you out, because I'm not signing up to Spotify to show you. So there you go. Let's get another question.
Okay.
What do we got going on, baby?
We have one from Alexi Giovanni.
Well, hello, Alexi Giovanni.
And Alexi is asking a Stream Elements question used with OBS. Say, how do you test chatbots configuration without doing it in front of a live audience? And Super Chat doesn't seem to work in chat alert view in Stream Elements.
Okay, so repeat one more time for the slow people like me.
How do you test chatbots configuration without doing it in front of a live audience? These seem like two different questions, so I'll ask one.
Well, what's the other one? So he's basically just asking how to test.
Okay, Super Chat doesn't seem to work in chat alert view in Stream Elements.
Okay. Oh, wait, I hit the wrong thing. All right. So, Yeah, I don't know what's up with the best fun cam girls tonight. We cannot seem to we cannot seem to get them to stop coming in here. Apparently they are having all kinds of fun. All kinds of fun. So anyway, let's now I lost my train of thought. Talking about the cam girls. All right. All right. So when you're going to be testing on a stream and you don't want to do it in front of a live audience, you see how my privacy is set to public here? When you set up the stream, instead of having that set to public, you're going to set it to unlisted. So the visibility would be set to unlisted. Then you can live stream and you're the only one can see it. Now I understand that you're like, oh, but how am I supposed to test the chat then? Well, you type your own chat in there to test it, or you can send that link to a couple of your friends who can come into your test stream, and it's not going out to the public, but your friends can come in there and test the chat as well. And so, Giovanni, I believe this is the question you asked, so this is the one. So that's how you would test your chat stuff. The other piece of your question was how the stream elements stuff not working. And I'm not exactly sure what you're referring to, because if I test, if you go in here, this is the area where it shows my my stuff, right? This is going to be the screen. And if I test it, I've got the alert box and the hype cup in here. And I test a tip event. There it goes. And of course, it also flips me over there. Because, you know, testing is still the same as live. At least as far as this stuff goes. I know. We're answering Alexi's question right now. There we go. So, but basically when you test it, you go down here, you emulate, you test. I can test subscribers because that doesn't switch my scenes. I can't test the other thing. But these work just fine. I'm not sure exactly what you're trying to do. But there you go. There you go. Yeah, I'm not sure how where his ears are, because I'm answering the exact question that he just asked. And yeah. Anyway, let's get another question. I'm going to put you on the screen, and while you talk to the audience, I'm going to go pee real quick. I'll be right back. So entertain them. Make sure you put on all your Snapchats and stuff. Which screen do you want to be in front of?
All my Snapchat. Well, it looks like I'm on a nice little gondola ride here. So
Oh, you want the gondola ride? All right.
let's stay on the gondola ride. Why not?
I shall be right back. I'll close bathroom door so you don't hear anything.
Oh, nice. I like that. Yeah.
30 seconds or more. If I'm
30
not
seconds.
back in 30 seconds, just wait longer.
Well, we'll go back on this one because this is what I prefer. So, guys and girls, how is everything going? I know he talks about these questions, and I honestly don't really pay attention much because I don't understand a lot about all this live streaming stuff. So, sometimes if I say things that don't sound right, or I ask questions, somebody's question wrong or something, I do apologize. I really don't know what I'm doing. So I'm just here for the popcorn. So yeah. But he should be back soon. We do have just a couple questions left. We will be finishing those questions, and hopefully, let's see what time it is. It's 9:30. So hopefully we will be able to take questions all the way up until 10 o'clock when we sign out of here. And then we'll be able to see you next week at the same bat time, same bat channel. So bring back your questions and we will see you at that time. But for now, until he comes back, I'm just going to ride this gondola ride. It almost seems like it should be for a ski resort. There should be snow, but there is no snow. There's only lots and lots of greenery. So, oh yeah. So, what else? Hope you guys are enjoying the popcorn. the embiggened popcorn that Michael gave out to everyone. We need drinks. We need drinks. Yeah. Can't have your popcorn without your drinks. What else? What else? Let's see. Let's see what else I can find here. I can do this one. What do you think of this one? This one isn't as good. I don't really care for this one as much as the other one. It doesn't makes me look very sad. I don't like looking sad. So I will go back to this one.
You're doing a fine job, honey.
I doing my best. Doing my best.
All right. Roy MC, did we get Roy's question? I hope we did.
Let me see. We were just about to ask Roy's question.
Awesome. All right, let's do it.
Okay, we are asking Roy MC's question right now. He says, I know how to stream using Ant Media Server on a Linode server, but I do not know how to make it unmute or autoplay the audio. I want the video stream to automatically play video in a web browser without having to unmute the audio.
Okay. Can you repeat the beginning part? Because I don't know anything about what he mentioned.
He mentions Ant Media Server on a
Right.
Linode server, Linode, Linode server. But I do not know how to make it unmute or autoplay the audio. I want the video stream to automatically play video in a web browser without having to unmute the audio.
Right. Well, here's the problem with the question. Here's the problem with the question. I don't know anything about either that server or the Linux. Yeah, I don't know anything about either of those things. So I can't give you a rundown on how they work or how I would do something in either of them because I don't have access to either of them. So unfortunately, Roy, I am not going to be able to help you. I wish I could, but yeah, I can't fill you in on problems for equipment or something that I've never seen or used. I wanted the video stream to automatically play video in a web browser without having to unmute audio. Okay. Right. But I don't know anything about the services that you're using. If you want the video to stream automatically, I want the video stream. Yep, I don't know. The video stream to automatically play video in a web browser without having to unmute audio. Yep, I'm not exactly sure because of the equipment that you're using. I'm not sure how you would do that. I wish I could help you, Roy, but I just don't know. Let's get another one.
Okay.
What if you stream using whatever you use to a web browser? Well, you'd have to use to stream to a web. You can't really stream to a web browser. You know what I mean? This streams to. Hold on. Let me move off of here. OBS streams to Facebook and YouTube and Twitter and Instagram. Well, not Instagram and Twitch. It doesn't stream to a web page. Now you could. You could stream it to a web page if you own the web page, and I can show you how to do that. So let's go over here. So if we wanted to stream to a web page here that we owned and we already had the web page set up, you go into stream and you just go here and then you go to custom and you give it the server right here and you give it the stream key right here, and then you go ahead and click OK, and then when you go to start streaming, you're going to be streaming to that server or to that location, to the web page, right? And I don't know how you force that web page to automatically unmute and play it, That's probably something to do with how the web page is encoded and all that stuff. So unfortunately, I don't have the answer to that. Yeah, that's not really the same as Restream, I don't think. You can do that directly in OBS. There wouldn't be any real reason to use Restream. I can set up a custom RTMP in OBS to stream directly to a web page. But the whole unmuting thing, that's all part of the programming on the web page that I don't know how you would force it to automatically be audible instead of muted. So unfortunately, I can't help you on that. But hopefully, I at least showed you how you can stream to a web page. All right, babe, what you got?
Oh, sorry. Okay, I have. Hold on. I have this next question is from Hi-Fi. What is the name of the stream overlays that you were using? Is it from Own3D or did you make it yourself?
What is the overlay that I'm using?
The name of the stream overlays that you're using. Is it from
Okay.
Own3D or did you make it yourself?
Okay, so this overlay right here is actually from me. I created this overlay, and the logician will put a link down below to the video where I oh boy, why am I can't read the chat and talk at the same time. The logician will put a link down below to the video where I show you how to create this overlay. I don't really use any other overlays here. So like the tutorial screen is just the tutorial screen in the background with this camera, which I have a video on how to do this camera mask as well. Now, if I go in here, I can show you that if I go to my scene collection for my other live stream, right here, this is the live stream that I do for, this is a live stream that I do on Twitch. And this is an Own3D setup. And I absolutely love it. They do an absolutely fantastic job. Now the cut scenes and the branding scenes right there, those are from Placeit. And then we've got a just chatting screen. And this is all from Owned. And I absolutely love Owned. I'm just going to let you guys know now. I'm a super fanboy. I think it's awesome. But the ones that I use in my main live stream here, these are definitely ones that I created over a period of quite some time, actually, if I'm being honest, because I like to keep them fresh. It's kind of like everything I do on my stream is like a tech demo. So there you go. Hopefully that helps you out. If you want to check it out, I believe, there we go, Steal My Overlay. So that is the video I did on how to create this overlay right here. Let's get another question. How many questions we got, babe?
We have 5 left.
All right, so we're doing good. What we're going to do here is we're going to close down the question form, and we're going to go ahead and I'm going to move over here. Yeah, go ahead. Let's get to these.
Okay. Okay, this one comes from Scrat Elite.
Hello, Scrat.
And he says, he or she, sorry, what's the hardest challenge you had to overcome as a content creator?
Oh boy. Well, you got to get pretty used to failure. I'm just gonna tell you, you got to get used to putting up content that nobody watches. And honestly, having content that nobody watches isn't the hardest part. The hardest part is to look at that content, knowing that you did your best on that content, and being able to truly evaluate the things that you're doing so that you can get better. Because if you always think the stuff you're putting out is great and nobody's watching it because YouTube or because this or because that, you're gonna fail over and over. And everybody does it. Everybody starts out thinking, YouTube hates me, nobody wants to share my stuff, YouTube this, YouTube that. The hardest thing is to come to the conclusion that your content sucks. And then work with friends or work with somebody who can help to get you on the right track. So I have Tech examined. If my content stinks, he lets me know. And it's not always easy to hear, dude, that's just not a good video, or you need to change this around. You know, these are things you spend hours on. But the truth is that the hardest part about YouTube is learning to evaluate the things that you're doing, your own self, and to, be able to take the criticism and to be able to take all that stuff. That's hard. That's really hard. And nobody wants to be told that that the thing they just spent 3 days working on isn't any good. But sometimes that's kind of the instant reinforcement that you get from YouTube when you release something and nobody watches. That's basically YouTube saying it's just not very good. Because if it's good, believe me, YouTube will find an audience for it. So the hardest part, honestly, is the rejection. It's the constant push to get better at what you do and finding the ways that you can improve, admitting that you're not very good, admitting that you need to get better. And, after a while, honestly, it's like a sport. YouTube is like a contact sport because you're constantly pushing yourself to get better and do things better and do things smarter and create more content that's interesting and to entertain an audience. I love that part of it. I'm a competitive person. I'm not exactly a guy who could play football, but I could be competitive when it comes to YouTube, man. I want to make the best videos I can. I want to have, all that stuff. That's what drives me. When someone tells me I stink or I'm gonna be a failure, that drives me to keep working harder. And if you have that kind of mentality, that's what's gonna push you through. But the hardest part is getting to the point where you can accept your flaws and work on them. And that's definitely not easy. Let's get another question. That's such a cool question. Thank you.
Okay.
All right, Bae, what you got?
I have a question from John Delgado. And
Hello, John.
says, any tips for streaming on an ultra-wide resolution? I stream games like Lost Ark and Dota 2 at base canvas of 3440 by 1440 and downscale it to 1080 by 920. It shows a little bit clumped. Any advice? I've seen some videos, but I know that you are the best in the business, so I want to know your opinion.
Okay. All right, so I stream games. Oops, sorry about that. That's not where I wanted to go. No, I would put those applications on a monitor that's not misshapen, or I would set the resolution on those applications natively in the application to whatever you're streaming at, whether it be 1920 by 1080 or whatever. The only reason to be streaming it at that kind of resolution is just to say you can, but it's just going to be skewed and weird looking in the frame in your live stream unless you are putting it in the live stream in its native formatting. But the second that you start stretching it and filling the screen with it and that sort of stuff, it's messed up. So my suggestion personally would be, if you want to stream in the longer format, that's cool. Just put that at the top, and maybe put your camera at the bottom where there's nothing there anyways, and maybe a little menu or maybe something like your stream elements stuff in there. I think that would be pretty cool. And then you're getting the full wide screen. That's the smart way to do it. But if you're going to be resizing it or anything like that, then just change the resolution in the game natively to 1920 by 1080, and at least it will look right. The second that you start resizing that screen, it's not going to look right. So either broadcast it at that screen size, scaled properly to 1080 so that it has the window at the bottom, and then you can put cool stuff down there, or just change the native resolution in the application to 1920 by 1080. The thing is that's what I would do. If it doesn't appeal to your eye, then you got to do what you got to do. But I wouldn't be stretching it or misshaping it for sure. I would be streaming it natively. So there you go. Hopefully that helps you out. Let's go back and get another question. All right,
Okay.
What you got?
Maurice Burke has a question.
Hello, Maurice.
The other day I did a multicam stream, but I wanted the audio from one camera for all the shots. I used an audio capture source and pointed it to that camera, but it didn't work. How do I do that?
So they did 2 streams, or they used 2
Multicam stream.
cameras. All right. So, sure. Let's go over here to our tutorial screen. And we're going to go and... so you can see we have 2 cameras here. We have this one here, and we have this one here. Now, in this particular case, my video capture device isn't actually picking up my audio. So what I would do is I just right-clicked and went into Properties. And I'm going to go down here and I'm going to select the audio that I want to use, right? So right here, I'm going to select my Camlink audio. Boom. And there we go. So now it's using the Camlink audio. If I go to the scene with the other camera, you can see it's not getting any audio either. Well, I can right-click on there, go to Properties, and I can select and force it to capture the audio I want, in this case, my Camlink audio. So now, both cameras are using the exact same audio. Now the other option is, if you don't want to do it that way, the other option is just to mute them both. I could mute this one, and I can go into this scene, and I can mute this one, right? And then I can just add in an audio source. So we can go to Audio Input Capture. In this case, I want to get my Camlink audio. So now I have the Camlink audio right there, and I can just add this in here as well. Audio Input Capture. And I use the existing one. It adds the same microphone. And you can see this is gray. It's muted. So now both these scenes are using the same one. Now if I wanted to use both cameras in the same scene, well, now all I have to do is add the camera. So because they're all muted, if I just added that camera, I go to Video Capture Device. Oh, geez, at this point I don't remember which one it was, but I think it might be 4. And there we go. So now I've added it, and it does add it does add that microphone, right? But it's muted, so it doesn't matter. It's still only picking up the microphone that I wanted to add. So hopefully that makes sense. I hope that's the question that you're asking. Oh, all right. Let's go get another question.
Okay.
What you got, babe?
I have a question from Big Time.
Hello, Big Time.
What is your preferred source for royalty-free music?
Oh, my preferred source for royalty-free music.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, that's an easy one. If we go in here, right there, Stream Tunes. They are actually quality music. They are also a sponsor on the channel. If you go down to the link in the description, you can check it out. They have a variety of different types of music that you can use, from rap and hip hop and trap and all that sort of stuff. They also have rock that just came out. Lots of different, lots and lots of different kinds of music that you can check out down there. And you know what? Depending upon how you're using it, you might have to sift through it for a while to find what you're looking for, but I'm pretty sure with, over 900, almost 1,000 songs at this point, you're going to be able to find something like what you're looking for. And it's all DMCA free, completely free for you to use anytime you want. So there you go. That's what I would use. You're not going to get any strikes using it either. There you go. What you got, babe?
Okay, I have the last question.
The last question?
Yes.
Oh, man. All
Which
right.
is actually really good timing, too.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay,
Let's
ready
get
for
to
the
it.
last question. All right,
Uh-huh.
last question is from Break and Build.
Hello, Break and Build. I hope you're still around. We love you. Thanks for hanging out.
I'm trying to find a quiet keyboard. I just bought the shotgun mic you use, but it is picking up my keyboard too much. I use a noise gate, but it will cut out my voice too much. Suggestions on keyboard or settings?
Okay. So I use This right here. This is a Logitech MX Keys, and it's super quiet. Can you guys hear that at all? Can you hear it, honey?
A little bit.
Yeah. I'm
Not-
holding this up to the microphone, and it's silent. Now, okay. I'm going to come clean with you guys. This keyboard is not cheap, okay? This is a $100 keyboard. But if that's what you need to do, that's what you need to do. And by the way, I thought that this keyboard was ridiculously expensive until I physically had it sitting on my desk. And now I don't know how I lived without this keyboard for so long. It is awesome. So this is a Logitech MX Keys keyboard. I'm guessing that you might be able to get a keyboard from Logitech that uses the same kind of keys and stuff for less. But if you're interested in one that definitely isn't going to reach the mic, this one will definitely work. Unfortunately, it is not cheap, so I apologize for that. But, you know, sometimes these things, they are what they are. They are what they are. So, it's a Logitech keyboard. It is called the MX Keys, and it is awesome. It is really awesome. Oh, man. All right, so let's see. Supernal Gnosis says, your thoughts on a dedicated streaming PC currently shopping around for parts. Okay. So get something that's at least an i7, and get something that is at least, honestly, you could probably get away with a 1070 or up, but I would say get something that is a 20 series or higher NVIDIA graphics card, and at least 16 gigs of RAM. So i7, a 20 series or a 30 series, and 16 gigs of RAM. And you're gonna be happy. You're gonna be happy with what you get. All right, babe, what you got?
I got nothing.
What do you mean?
I got nothing. I mean, we had such a great and positive chat tonight that we answered all the questions, and we have no more questions left to answer. It's all got to be saved for next week. Same bat time, same bat channel.
No more questions.
No, you're well behind.
How could there not be any more questions, though?
Well, because we answered them all. You did such a great job tonight that you answered all the questions.
I think maybe Siberian Foxclaw turned off the questions.
Siberian Fox? You mean Michael Tech Examine passed it over to Siberian Foxclaw?
He might have.
He might have. I know.
We can all blame Onion. I am big into popcorn, and this is how he repays us. Oh my gosh! How could it be? How could it be?
Maybe it wasn't
Onion! Why? Why, Onion? And why are my baby arms so hairy? Why, God? Why was I cursed with baby arms that are so hairy? My God! Help me! Help me! Did you see them? Look at them! Oh my God!
They are quite hairy for a little baby, but
That's
it's
more
okay.
horrifying than no more questions.
Yes, I know.
Look
See
at that!
You just helped it.
Snapcam doesn't change baby arms, I guess. Come on!
Yes.
Snapcam! That horrified me.
Oh, you
Sorry.
guys are the best. What an incredible stream tonight, honey, don't you think?
It was a very good stream tonight. I enjoyed it.
I really
We had
did.
fun.
I really
We had
did.
fun.
We missed Michael, but the
We
mods tonight had serious work to do, and they really knocked it out of the park. Thank
They
you
really
guys
did.
so much. Man, awesome stuff. Dr. Rob, Siberian Foxclaw, and of course the master mod, the Logician. You guys putting those links in there. Aussie Wheels, thank you so
Aussie
much. You guys putting those links in there and all that stuff. I couldn't possibly do this without you. So thank you so much. All the folks that super chatted. Epic. Epic night. Thank you.
You know, the thing with this chat and the folks that come into this chat and the awesome mods that we have is, I do glance the chat every once in a while and I see questions are coming in, people need help. The mods jump on it and they either answer the question straight out or they post the link so people could post their questions in the chat. Or there's so many other people who are in the chat that I see answering other people's questions. And I just think
Yes.
that's fantastic. You guys are wonderful. You're incredibly helpful. And
Yep.
and I
Not only are
I
they
appreciate
mods,
that.
but they know their stuff.
Oh
They know
yeah.
their
Oh
stuff, and I
yeah.
really do appreciate it. You guys are super helpful.
Yep. Yep. And like I said, I stepped into the chat in the beginning. I stepped back out of the chat. I just let you guys do your thing. And it's truly great. You guys do a wonderful job. There's a lot of knowledge in this channel and that's great. It's great to see you guys help each other.
Yep.
Yep.
All right, babe. I think it's that time, huh?
I think so. I think it is. It went fast. I think
No,
tonight
not
went
that time, honey.
What time?
Robot fighting time. That's not till tomorrow.
That's not till tomorrow. Yeah, see you're off. You're a day ahead.
Man.
Robot.
It
No.
is fighting time. You don't like that?
Nah, it's not till tomorrow. I have to
Not
wait.
till tomorrow. That's right.
But you know what I think I'm gonna do?
Tomorrow or today?
No, take a guess what I'm gonna do after the stream, honey.
Grab a soda.
Well, definitely gonna do that. But you know what? I think I'm gonna have a brownie sundae.
Oh, yes, you probably will. You probably will. Okay. Can we do this right before we sign off? Just something really super fun here. I personally like lemon meringue pie. I can't find anybody else who likes lemon meringue pie. So, can we run a really quick poll? Put in a 1 if you would prefer lemon meringue pie, or put in a 2 if you would prefer brownie sundaes. Just
Yeah,
off the-
let's see how this works.
Yes. Oh, there's some. Okay, Dr. Rob.
Dr. Rob is cheating on that. I think they just like you better.
Come on, lemon meringue pie. Can't spell it though.
I tell you what, it's doing pretty good though. A lot more people like lemon meringue pie than I would have thought.
I know
I'm just
it
thankful to
looks
see Blue Eyed Skadee in the chat. I was worried.
and it's a lemon meringue pie for me.
I guess it is. Well, I'm glad you're going to get to do some lemon meringue pie. And by the way, we crossed another milestone this week that I don't think I mentioned to you. But thanks to all of you amazing folks, we actually crossed 50 members. 50 members. That's incredible. So many super supporters and so many awesome Streamer Squad folks out there. Really, really, really helpful. I love you guys. Thank you so much. There is no way I could possibly do this stuff without you. And, it's awesome. It's incredible. It's melts my heart. So 50 members. Wow, that's just so cool.
That's awesome. And according to this, they mostly like lemon meringue pie. So
It's apparently. Yeah, Aussie Wheels, 2
50
months.
members who like-
Streamer Squad member.
That's
Hell
awesome.
yeah. It is awesome. You guys are incredible. All right. So I guess that's it, babe.
I guess it is. So thanks guys for voting. Thanks for the quick poll. I do appreciate it. It was just a little bit something fun. So I guess we're gonna go eat some kind of desserts. That's what it sounds like right now. So you guys go and enjoy yourselves, enjoy your time, and we'll see you next week. Same time, 7 o'clock Wednesday evening, Eastern Standard, the only legitimate time zone. And we will see you guys then. Have a good night.
Hey, look at Best Fun Cams is back.
All
Jackasses.
right.
For God's
Well,
sakes.
they like
That guy does not give up, does he? Oh, man. Oh, Dimebag, I don't know. I appreciate you just being here, brother. It's all good. You guys are amazing. Thank you so much for Monica and I, and for all the mods that put in the hard work tonight, doing serious work. Thank you so much. I go through this every week, and I'd like to make sure that you guys know that I try to pass on my knowledge to you guys. I love doing things for others. I love helping others, and every single day I try to make the best of what I can do to help other people because it makes me feel good. And you guys can do the exact same thing. You work in that same 9 to 5, Monday through Friday. Every day looks exactly the same. The best thing that you can do is go out there and just take a moment, pay for somebody else's lunch, or a tank of gas, or make sure that you just do something nice for somebody else. Pass it along. Make the world a better place, one good deed at a time. If we keep doing that, you just never know. Yes, sometimes it's just a smile in line at the grocery store. Whatever it is, saying hi, holding a door for somebody, starting a conversation with somebody can make someone's day. Just go out and do something nice for somebody else, because only the folks that live in this world can make it a better place, and it all starts with you or me or whoever. Plus, it makes the day memorable, because when you do something and you make somebody's day, you're always going to remember, oh, you remember that day when I bought that person a tank of gas or whatever. You don't forget that stuff. So love you guys. Be the solution, and I'll keep making the videos, and hopefully you guys keep enjoying them. Take care, and I will see you next week at 7, just like always. It's been fun. Take care. And let me see if I can. There we go.
Today's video is
Love you
sponsored
guys.
by Envato Placeit. Placeit is a marketplace for all kinds of assets that can help you with your YouTube channel. Things like art and live streaming and video assets. You can create amazing face cams and live streaming overlays really easily. There are hundreds of...
Hey! We got pulled back this time by the Superior Foxclaw. Thank you so much, brother. We do our job right at the end. Yes, Gold Tao would be proud for sure. I gotta go over and see what the message is, because there might be a message here. There could be. Oh, no, that was a super chat. Cypherian Foxclaw always does the other. And there's our best cam fun, girls, again. I can't believe that this stuff keeps coming. I've reported them about 15 times now, too, so I don't know what the deal is, but... Oh, Cyprian Foxclaw, thank you so much, brother. I really do appreciate it. And we'll be streaming tomorrow night, 6 to 8, on the other channel. You can come out and see what Cyprian Foxclaw, aka Onion, looks like for yourself. We have a lot of fun. Love you guys.
Today's video is sponsored by Envato Placeit. Placeit is a marketplace for all kinds of assets that can help you with your YouTube channel. Things like art and live streaming and video assets. You can create amazing face cams.
Oh, Michael. Michael says, helping keep the stream going. Drinking at the game. Love you, brother. We definitely missed you tonight, my friend. We absolutely missed you tonight. So it's thank you for checking in. We still have 45 viewers, so you folks are absolutely. I mean, how many of those viewers are best cams fun? I don't know, but oh, thank you guys.
Today's video is sponsored by Envato Placeit. Placeit is a marketplace for all kinds of assets that can help you with your YouTube channel. Things like art and live streaming and video assets. You can create amazing face cams and live streaming overlays really easily. There are hundreds of templates, and each face cam and overlay can be modified with different designs, colors, text, and text fonts. The process is super easy, and you can even incorporate your own logo, or if you're like me, your own Place It design logo, and you can put it right in your design. This gives you an infinite number of overlays and face cam possibilities for your live streams. And they're so easy to create, you can use a different one every time you live stream if you wanted to. So please, click the link in the description and check out Envato Place It for yourself. If you have the means, supporting the sponsors that support the channel is a great way to help me keep making awesome content that helps you. So thanks.